We get a lot of people.
Yeah, what's up, everybody? This is Ming Chen from a Shared Universe podcast studio. I'm here with CJ Cullen.
Hello.
From Cullen on Film, also a fellow podcaster. We are live at Alternate Ending Beer Company, which is in Aberdeen, New Jersey. We're here for the Chuckle Heads beer release, which is I think it's a Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, like Jane Silent Bob themed beer.
Yeah.
And we're also here for Kevin Smith movie night. On that screen behind us,
Can you see it?
yeah, you can see the screen. Currently, they're playing Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
What a movie!
Yeah,
I love that movie. I really
and
do.
then at approximately 7:30 in about an hour, we will be watching the movie Clerks. And at approximately
Was it 7.
about 7, Brian O'Halloran will jump
yeah.
in here with us. Yeah, for sure. So yeah, thank you for joining us, everybody. Please feel free to ask questions. Feel free to say hello. Christopher Hewitt is in the house, of course. Tunes into all of our live streams.
That's awesome.
So yeah, gotta love him.
Gets it right on the phone. Says they're live
every time. Please comment. We are shouting out everybody. But I am drinking. This is the namesake beer that has been released today. Is called Chuckle Heads. Here, I'm gonna throw up the image, which is right there. The Chuckle Heads. Hey, dude, grab a mic, man. Hey, special guests. All over.
You're on it.
Yeah.
You're sitting on the menu.
Here we go. We have Matt Magnifico from Ready Set Review here with us at Kevin Smith Movie Night.
Going on,
say hello,
fellas.
my friend.
What's going on?
Everybody. So this
I know,
is
right?
this is our second podcast in the last 2 days.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
And
Matt.
we got another one tomorrow.
And not only that, it's our
I
second.
get one tomorrow too.
It's our second podcast at a alcohol dispensation
Yup.
facility.
Oh, were you at the distillery?
We
We
were
did a podcast at a distillery on a Monday night. It was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, we had a bartender, our friend Casey
Casey,
Bowen, giving us drinks.
Were you guys the only ones there?
Yeah,
Yeah, Monday's
yeah.
actually their close day. It's the only day they're closed in the week, so that's when we went in. So we had the place all to ourselves. And
Yeah.
Casey was just behind the bar. He had a little lapel mic, and we were just sat up front. He's making us drinks and just chilling all night.
Yeah,
It was great.
we videoed it.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
It'll be up probably tomorrow. I'll post it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So Alternate Ending used to be a movie theater here in Aberdeen, New
I used to
Jersey.
come here all the time.
Well, tell me about it, because I didn't grow up here. This was a twin theater?
It was a twin
I
theater.
gotta grab my beer. Actually,
yeah,
I'll be
for
right
sure.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a twin theater, and like right behind, over that side, if you go that way, was a theater.
This is what it looks like on the inside. Really, really super cool.
the
Really,
new pictures now. Yeah.
really awesome.
So I wonder, I guess it went that way. The movie theater went in that direction,
Yeah.
where the
But this
rear.
looks like this was a screening room behind, right here.
It looks like it, but I don't think it was this way. I don't think it was this
So
way.
you think they maybe retrofitted it?
Yeah, because I think
okay.
it was back there where the dioramas
We'll
were.
ask Scott, the owner, and head brewer. He'll I'm sure he'll be able
One
to lay out the
theater was that
logistics.
side.
Yes.
One theater was that side. Maybe one was over here.
Yeah, I mean, but this is perfect because he's a big movie fan. And I was like, wait a minute, there's a place that combines movies
That is ridiculous.
and beer, and not
It's dangerous.
only that, but it their food is amazing, which
Oh,
we're gonna
yeah.
order and have it. You'll be seeing food flown in,
Oh,
and just
tons of food tonight.
Yeah, I try not to eat and podcast at the same time because I remember Brian Johnson used to eat on Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Really?
It's freaking disgusting, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? Yeah. So Matt Magnifico is back. Did you get the Chuckle Heads beer?
I did.
The namesake beer that's been released today.
Yep.
I believe this is their third version of Chuckle Heads.
I was gonna say I thought I had some versions of that before.
And here I'll pop up the image again, which is right here. So I believe we're gonna have to get some cans before we leave. I believe so. You see the silhouettes here.
yeah.
I believe it's some version of Jane Silent Bob. I believe we're gonna have to ask Scott the
Yeah, I
owner.
want to know. Yeah.
But this is the third version, and he does own a signed Mallrats poster, which is in the back here, which is actually framed on the wall back there as well.
I have the exact same poster.
Do you have the Blueprints poster?
Yeah, the Blueprints poster. I saw it somewhere like on social media when they released it, and I texted my wife. I was like, it was right around Christmas. I was like, if you need Christmas gift ideas, this is it. So I got it, and I've got it framed on my wall as well. Like,
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
really
and
cool.
we have Alexis, the other co-owner, taking photos. Do you have time to sit down? All right.
Cool.
Yes.
Come on
well,
in.
Then
They got the mic over there.
that is yours.
that's the best part about it. You can come over whenever you want.
yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Literally an open door.
This is
Um,
revolving
So I met Alexis at a Homedale Chamber of Commerce live stream at Bellworks.
Oh wow!
Where home of our other studio, and she was on the panel and started talking about this magical brewery that they're opening up in Aberdeen, New Jersey, which is movie themed. And started talking about her husband who worked and brewed over at Other Half in Brooklyn.
Okay,
my brother.
Yeah.
Oh, your brother. I'm sorry, not your brother.
That would be awkward.
Yes.
I love Other Half beer. That's really good
your
beer.
brother.
Yeah, he worked at Other Half for about at least a year, I think, maybe more, and really trained with some of the best brewers in the country.
It's awesome.
There, yeah.
Yeah, and I got really excited, and I was like, all right, I gotta meet this woman. We gotta come to the brewery, and they were opening that week, which was. Do you remember what month that was? September? What? It was right before your opening.
It was October because we opened October 28th, and it was like right before that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, this is. It sounded like almost like it sounded magical.
Yeah.
Like it almost.
Thank you.
I was like, this doesn't really exist, does it? And
I
then-
mean, it was a bit of a dream come true for my brother and for all of us who worked on it. So
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of blood, sweat, tears,
a lot.
hops, barley, malt.
Yes, all of the above. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And turning an old movie theater into.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
How was
did you grow up in the area? Was this your
Yes.
childhood movie theater?
Yes. So my brother and I grew up in Morganville.
Okay. Yeah. Not
even
far
Not
from
far,
10
here.
yeah,
minutes
not
away.
far, yeah.
Yep.
And we used to come here with our parents. They would take us here. And we loved this theater because we have a lot of memories here. Like
Yeah.
I always say, I had my first Sour Patch Kids here. I remember that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I literally remember that experience, like having that experience here.
That's
so
amazing.
it was pretty cool when this whole thing came about. Scott always says, you know, when people say, how did you find the movie theater? And he says, or how did you find this location? And he says, the location found me, really. It really kind of fell into his lap.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I used to live right down the street. I'd come here all the time.
oh yeah?
Do you
Tuesday
remember?
nights.
Do you remember any movies that you saw here?
Yes. In fact, it's funny because we were we had a meeting earlier today and we were talking about doing this. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this yet, but I'll say it.
Do it.
Hey,
We're talking about
oh,
this like
We're making revelations
all
here,
the-
everybody.
That's right.
we're talking about doing like getting all the ladies on the team here to help brew a beer for Women's History Month.
There you go. It is.
So, and
nice.
then we were thinking about maybe playing a league of their own.
That's a good
Nice.
one.
It's a great
There's no
idea.
crying in baseball.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no crying.
Sorry, Scott, if I wasn't supposed to say that.
Oh, I would.
But anyway.
I would totally drink a Betty spaghetti beer.
Oh,
in a
Oh,
heartbeat.
there you go.
You might have just named it.
Uh-oh. That's it.
You might have just named it.
Count it.
Betty Spaghetti.
Count
I
it.
think you said it.
Commissions.
Yeah.
I know.
There you go.
All right.
That's
a great
name.
for a
Wow.
beer, yeah.
Betty
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Yeah.
And I said at the meeting, we were sitting over there, and I was like, I saw that movie here. I remember our uncle Scott, and our uncle took me to see it. Our dad had recently passed away. I remember, and like I was 12 years old, and my uncle took me to see that movie and I'll never forget that. And then I also remember that they made me take bags of candy, and I couldn't buy the candy here. And I
Oh
was
yeah.
very
Oh, that was
Oh.
classic. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
so
well,
uncool. Like my parents would never do that, but like, no offense to my aunt and uncle if they're watching or listening, but yeah, they made me do like the Ziploc baggies
Yeah.
of candy.
My
Yeah,
grandmother
bring
used
it
to
in,
make us
bring it in,
smuggle
of
whole
course.
sandwiches in. And
Oh,
like,
that
it was
you know
a whole-
that's just
that's
smart.
Yeah.
That's just smart. Yeah.
Not fun.
Yeah, $12 for a
KFC.
small bag of popcorn.
I mean,
It's
I
like-
get it as an adult, but not fun as a kid.
You were
kinda wanna buy the
you were
box of candy.
you were the candy mule into the theater.
I mean, it wasn't by choice.
Yeah. But no, you save the money so you can see more movies.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
they were
absolutely.
saving
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
And then when you're finally old enough to go to the movies on your own and buy your own candy and popcorn at
You
the
don't
movies,
wanna
it's
do
like when you turn 18, you can buy your first lottery ticket. You're
Right,
like,
right.
Yes.
Exactly. Now I can do this myself.
The biggest bucket of popcorn.
Yes, seriously.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, this
literal
place has a
bucket
lot
head.
of memories for and the people in the town in Aberdeen and the surrounding towns, you know, they come in here and like they remember the movies they saw here, the experiences they had here. It's really nice, and we tried to keep some nostalgia. Like those boxes behind you, those light boxes actually were horizontal over each theater and said the name of the film.
Oh, they were the marquee, the little marquee lights.
Yeah.
Over, oh my, holy crap.
And we saw the
I would have never
dioramas,
noticed
too.
that.
The diorama.
The dioramas, yep. we
Yeah,
had
they're
those
mini dioramas
created
of
by different artists. The Jaws one is by a local artist who lives in Matawan. And
yeah, the newly reframed Kevin Smith Mallrats Blueprints poster
Did you see it?
is in there. I did,
God,
yeah.
I'm sure he hung that today.
Very good.
I did. It's
And
so
then
great.
We have on the other side by the merch stand. There's those two movie poster boxes. Those were original from the theater. The seats over there.
Yeah.
Those we had them reupholstered.
But they're
Scott-
the original theater seats
They're
from here?
original theater
No.
seats. Scott literally picked up.
That's
them
amazing.
And
That's so cool.
popcorn, and he got in deep in there and cleaned those really well before we had those reupholstered because there was a lot of remnants.
Oh yeah, years of popcorn stains, I'm sure.
For sure. And
Oh,
candy
yeah.
and
Cherry Coke.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Trump's
yeah,
definitely
goobers,
yeah.
Raisinets.
Well, I was just gonna say, I noticed too the marquee, not the marquee, like the stand in the front here. I actually never noticed it all the times I've been here. You've got like the M&Ms and the candy in the front, just like you would at a movie theater.
crap.
We're
Mike
trying to
Zapsik,
keep the
everybody.
whole-
Wow.
Mike Zapsik.
Mike
Oh,
Zapsik
special
is in now.
appearance.
Yeah, we have to. He's look at him looking confused.
He's where are you?
Hello, CJ, bang on the window.
Yeah.
Or,
Oh,
knock
he
gently on the
doesn't
window. Knock gently on the window.
Hello.
Little.
Oh my god, I love his mask. It says Yippee Ki
Am I in his seat? Should I get up?
No, if anything, I'm in his seat.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
not at all. Not at all.
Should I be wearing these, or am I good?
No, you're good.
No.
Okay.
You're good. So the beer.
Just do it to look cool.
The beer is called
That's
Chuckle Heads. So can you run me through the history? Is it the third release, and is it themed? Is it Kevin and Jade themed?
It sure is.
Okay.
So basically, our first release, our first can release, Scott wanted to go out with
Tap in for a little bit.
Chuckle Heads. It was our
No,
first
I was just
iteration
gonna-
of Chuckle Heads. And he's since brewed it 2 more times,
Okay.
changing the hops.
Okay.
So each time he changes the hops, the beer is different, but he wants to keep the Chuckle Heads theme, the can label. I can actually go grab you one if you want to see.
I would love to see it. Yeah,
I'll go
for
grab
sure.
you one because it's pretty cool.
Absolutely. Mike, Alexis,
nice to
Mike.
meet you.
Pleasure to meet you. Mike
Corner-
Zapsik, how you doing, folks?
Corner, our alternating beer company.
Yeah, and I will let Scott will speak to Chuckleheads
Okay.
better than me because
Yeah, no, we
he
want to
had
know
the
I mean, not the whole proprietary blend, but we want to know what if you use like Citra hops or is it?
yeah, he can speak to all the different hops for
Okay.
each of the iterations. But this is a beer that's not going anywhere because it's very popular. With
Don't you
our
love how
customers.
he like throws that? Oh, Citra hops.
Yeah.
You learned that last week. So,
Last week I learned it this morning.
all right, good man.
Yeah.
No.
I
You
learned it in
last week.
October, so
Actually, he relearned it today. 'Cause
Nice.
You forget.
I did.
Nice.
Yeah,
You
because
were- you were told.
Because I'm old. Well, how have things been going here? You opened during a pandemic, which is absolutely insane. You open a movie themed brewery, which is absolutely insane. You have insane, and the beer is amazing, which is
Thank
good.
you.
So we came here, we were like, all right,
the food.
it's a cool theme. If the beer is bad, though,
right.
I mean,
you want to make sure it's not just gimmicky or whatnot, but no,
Yeah.
the beer backs it up, right?
yeah, I think we got 6 different beers that day.
Yeah.
Me and CJ sat in those leather chairs right there. We got this.
You know, if you were watching, Mike would like this one.
Yeah.
But
Raiders.
when
Raider?
we,
Oh, great.
Yeah.
And thank you for not saying, oh, you'll tank. Because I would have kicked your ass for that one.
No.
Yeah, no.
yeah.
If the beer's bad.
No, I
and
never-
to be honest with you, I don't drink, but I can smell the. I absolutely
Mike is a trained chef.
love.
oh, nice.
I walk in here and I'm like,
Smell
you
of
can
it.
smell everything.
Yeah.
And I appreciate beer for what it is because it's the elixir of life. The Egyptians knew it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even before bread, they created
The
beer.
presidents used to brew it.
Yes.
Our founding fathers, you
Thomas
know?
Jefferson
Yeah.
is a big.
That just lets you know that politicians never change. They're all alcoholics.
Yeah, for sure. I think, we got the Slow New. We got
Oh,
the
yeah.
beers.
That was our Slow New and Chuckleheads were our
Yeah.
first 2.
Wow.
That's what we debuted with.
And I had some other ones.
Yeah, was it
I
a
was
Point
trying all
Break
the
themed
crazy
one? Yeah,
ones.
we
Do
were
you have
trying
a
to.
stout or Jack's Revenge?
Jack's
Yeah,
we had the
a
Jack's
stout,
Revenge.
Yeah. Royal Rug is our Pilsner, our decoction Pilsner, which we have this special equipment that at the last minute Scott decided to upgrade the equipment so that we could do this special decoction, which isn't a process that many breweries do
Yeah.
because it's a very time intensive and,
Right.
he can again explain it better than I can.
It's
but
labor heavy.
It's
and,
labor
yeah.
exactly,
I
but
heard
it really
recently
makes
that
a great
sours are very hard to do in places.
Yeah,
so
and
a lot of
Scott
people bring it in.
Scott is doing a whole. He'll talk to that too. Ask
Yeah,
him about
I
that.
just
His
heard him
whole
talk to
sour
another
puppy.
table. He was giving them it was like
Yeah.
school. They're like, all right, sit down. Let me teach you something.
I just heard
Yeah.
that the other day. I was
He's
like,
doing
really?
an entire sour program back there. We have a lot of.
Oh, my
we have a
goodness.
room just.
I can
for
imagine
the
a bunch of
sours.
like Sour Patch Kids just sitting in chairs.
Sour
and
Patch
he's like,
Kids.
Yeah.
you guys, as someone who has opened during a pandemic as well,
Yes.
because we just reopened Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
Congratulations.
this week.
Yes,
Thank
congrats.
you very much.
Awesome.
I wish you nothing but the best. I
Thank
love
you.
the theme here.
Thank you.
It is so. It goes hand in hand with beer and brewing and beer. It just makes sense.
Thank you.
But you're the first ones that I've heard of doing this,
It's pretty cool.
how about you, Ming?
I mean, there's like the Alamo Draft House, but then
Yeah.
mean,
But they're different.
They order the beer. They don't
Yes.
brew it.
yeah, they don't brew it.
it.
They don't brew the beer. So yeah, we don't. Yeah, we never. I don't. Yeah, I don't think there is nothing like this.
Well, we wanted to provide just like an overall experience. When you come here, you want an experience. It's the food. It's the beer first and foremost.
Mhm.
That's Scott's passion. He wanted to open a brewery first. He switched to a brew pub, and I'll let him explain why. But that's first and foremost. But he also knew that he wanted to create an experience for people in this area that you can't really get anywhere
Yeah.
in this area to come and be able to have an experience like this, watch a great movie, have a great meal, drink great beers that are all brewed here. All of our food is everything is homemade here. Like nothing's frozen, everything's
table.
fresh.
That's-
I mean, as much as we can, yes, but like nothing is frozen. Everything is homemade.
Yeah, well, I mean,
So
that was all important to him.
There's no Cisco trucks in the back. Let's put it that way, folks. Cisco is like the kiss of death for any fine dining establishment.
Right.
And
I've never seen the Cisco truck.
Yeah.
No.
excellent. That's perfect. And
I can't recall.
you're talking to somebody who used to like have to wave away the Cisco trucks. I'm like,
Yeah.
what am I doing?
then they're like, I don't have any mustard. It's like, you waved it away, dummy. Like, it was on the Cisco truck.
Oh, no.
But I mean, talk about the ultimate team up. About the food is from Tallulah's of Asbury Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our one of my favorite restaurants. Pizza.
That's awesome.
Pizza.
We had one of those. There were two of them. Then we have when we were here. It was like a meat lovers one, or we took right
We had the pepperoni.
or the pepperoni.
Yeah, it's
I
Is it
think Meat Lovers is
That is-
actually trademarked, Chris. So
Oh.
you will get killed if you say Meat Lovers.
Right, right.
Really?
Yes.
Uh-oh. All right. I
yeah,
didn't
that's
say-
from Cisco.
Yeah,
I
which
didn't
we're
say that.
definitely ordering. We're gonna
Chris
get a whole
didn't say that.
Oh
pepperoni
yes,
pizza.
please do. We have some great.
We got the wings last time, which
Oh,
were
yeah.
absolutely incredible. Pretzels. We've had I think we have all three popcorns.
We ate a
the
lot.
three-
Oh, nice.
We
And
Yeah.
we just actually updated our menu recently, so we've added some more, a lot more things. We've added a whole new kind of style of pizza,
Thank you. You too.
which
This
is
is
the.
amazing.
I'll show you here.
Yeah, for sure. We have we have menus here.
Yep. So we added these Detroits, so they're smaller than our typical.
Mike and I have had the Detroit.
We've
style
had
pizza.
Detroit.
Yeah, a lot of olive oil, crispy crust,
Very crispy.
sauce
so
on the
good.
top. All right,
Yes.
we're going nuts tonight. So.
Yeah. So.
What do you recommend?
Oh.
What's your favorite?
I love the pepperoni and burrata and the rocket. Those are my favorites.
Oh,
But
dear
wait.
God.
So these
Sounds
are
good.
so these are
classic
Tallulah's,
Tallulah's,
exactly.
dough pizzas, but
Yep.
done Detroit style.
done Detroit
No.
style and square
Wow.
pans. Yep.
Wow.
No, so
Yeah.
I can get a Beekeepers Lament.
A
and
beekeeper.
Detroit.
So I was going to
That's-
say that would probably be the most popular.
Yeah.
Before we launched this menu, people would come in and order the grandmas and just kind of create a Beekeepers
Right.
Lament because they knew
Okay.
it from Tallulah.
Yeah, it's a,
So-
it's a pepperoni with hot honey on it. It's
Yeah,
okay.
super
Done.
sad, hot super sad. It's
Oh.
delicious.
Been to Tallulah's many a time.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, that was
amazing.
a great partnership, and we're so thrilled to have them,
Oh.
as our kitchen partner.
I speak of the devil here. Let's just bring him in here now.
Oh, we
Brian O'Halloran,
wow.
everybody. You put your headphones on,
Oh.
so you can hear him. Yeah, what's up?
Good, but you guys are doing all sorts of pizza night. Crazy.
Yeah.
We
Oh
are.
my God, are you at a roller disco?
That's right.
Holy
I'm seeing
crap, Brian
flashing lights
O'Halloran,
behind
everybody.
you.
It's
Like the
adult.
news.
It's adult skate right now. So
Brian, meet Alexis. She's one of the co-owners here at Alternate Ending Beer Company.
Hello.
Brian,
Alexis is our new best friend.
so on that screen,
ending is definitely something I'm familiar with. Alternate endings.
Yes, Alexis, are you familiar with the alternate ending of Clerks? Have you ever seen the lost ending of Clerks?
I can't say that I have, but I would love to.
Oh,
Get her off the show. Get her off the show.
I'm
Just
sorry. Scott probably has.
Do they have that version?
Did you just shut him up?
It's just
You're like, all right, Brian, shut up.
No. We raised his volume.
Okay.
So
So we can scream now?
yeah. So that screen behind us, which is currently rolling Scott Pilgrim versus the World, we'll be playing. We'll be seeing you at like 100 feet high. In like about 37
37
in a row.
minutes.
37.
I have
Yeah.
to say, I was always a Chasing Amy. That was my.
That was your jam?
Yeah, that was my. I loved
I
it.
see how she rolls. Right on.
Sorry, but I do love Clerks too. So.
Which is good. Brian wasn't chasing Amy. He's in a scene with Matt
What?
Damon.
No.
Some nobody. Whatever happened to that guy?
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing good ever came of that guy, right, Mike? I can't.
Matt Damon?
Yeah, Matt Damon.
I know he was on 30 Rock.
Wait,
so,
who?
yes.
Matt who?
Matt,
Yeah.
yes, that's the one.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yes, his starring role on 30 Rock. So that's the thing he's most famous for. People are like, he was on 30 Rock?
Brian, making Clerks. Did you ever think they'd be rolling it in 2021 on a movie screen at a brewery?
In a brewery.
Actually, you used to go to this theater, right?
Yeah. This
When it was
was
a porn theater.
if this was the Strathmore, which I'm thinking it
Yeah.
is. Correct?
It is.
Yes, I have seen films there. My mother only lives about 15 minutes over in the Old Bridge border there.
And Dante's Tuxedo is across the way, or was across the way.
Correct. And
the-
the bowling alley too. So it'd be like movies and bowling
That's
at the
right.
same time.
The bowling alley's still here.
It's still here, the bowling alley. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Lanes.
It is.
I used to get my comic books right over at
There was
the
a
Hobby.
store here?
It still
the
is, Hobby Shop.
Still
Oh,
here.
So did
oh,
Walt Flanagan worked there for a day.
I remember. He worked there. He wanted to stock the comics.
And they're like,
obviously.
nope, we're going to start you plunging toilets. And he's like,
Wasn't he like
I'm
the
going on lunch.
Wasn't he like the dust boy for real?
Yeah.
He had to dust things, and then he went on lunch. And they were like, "All right, you can go get your lunch. When you come back, bring a better attitude."
Yeah,
And
and he's
never-
like, I'm not coming back.
Yep, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not coming back because I'm not getting a better attitude. And he just
Well,
left.
I mean, they totally were wasting his innate talent, his extreme
Of course
knowledge
they were.
of comics. You're gonna clean toilets.
Yeah,
But I mean, everyone's got an innate talent for toilets, right? We all know that.
So I hope we all have some sort of toilet training going on.
I would hope.
yeah. We missed you at the stash opening. I know you wanted to come down, but
I saw him. He was there.
Oh, did he come?
Yeah, he was there.
Witness. Yep.
We missed you.
Ernie said not to get down there till about 5:00. So I was like, okay. So I went over to Teresio's and got a sandwich named after me there off of Route 35. It's the Dante's Inferno. Amazing sandwich.
Where's that located?
It's on 35. It's a place where Covert is at.
Okay.
Chris Covert. Yeah, if that's a breaded chicken with apple butter and cheddar cheese, I'm gonna kick Covert's ass.
Nope,
So,
it's roast beef with imported provolone, broccoli rabe, and then it's got banana peppers, and then they have their own cucumber wasabi spread.
I
Thought he was gonna say banana peels. I'm like, well, that's
Now that's
kinda
a good
gross.
sandwich to
love
be
banana
named after
peppers,
there.
and I love broccoli rabe,
Yeah.
and I love
Yeah.
everything you just said. So I might need to go taste that sandwich.
Wow, that's awesome.
And it's like the size of your head, so you can bring like 3 people and have one too.
As long as you can
I'll share
unhinge
it.
your jaw, you're fine.
Right.
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Well,
Yeah,
I bet
for sure.
Scott would love to.
Oh yeah,
Sit in on
if
that.
he's got time, please
yeah,
bring him
sure.
over.
I'm gonna go grab him because I know that he would be very excited.
Okay,
Awesome.
Brian, we're gonna try to get you the beer. We'll ship it over to you, or we'll get you some.
For sure, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna go actually have him get some cans because I also want him to talk about the
beer.
inspiration behind the can labels. That we put a lot of thought and
Oh, this I
Oh,
want to
that's
see.
great.
Yeah, they're
I'm a
pretty
comic
fun.
book guy, so
they're all alternate endings. so
fantastic.
you can imagine they're pretty cool.
Amazing,
All right, so
awesome. Thank you, Alexis.
All right, Alexis, thank you. It was a pleasure. Thanks for being our new best friend.
Thank you. I'm so happy I have 3 new best friends.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Is my brother commenting on this?
Is who?
My brother.
Yes, your brother says, Ming, tell everyone that the movie theater was the hot spot in the 80s. Eli's Bagels after the movie.
Yeah, Eli's Bagels right over there.
They're still here?
Yeah.
It was never a hot spot in the 80s. I was,
It used to be open 24 hours when I lived here. Not anymore.
and he said, "Fun fact. What's the fun fact?"
I remember the late nights.
Underneath.
Yes. Fun fact: the original draft house was located in Winter Park, Florida. Went bankrupt in the original Alamo draft house.
Yeah, Rollins College. My brother went to Rollins.
Yes.
It's
think
home
they're
of
closing
the
now.
world's largest sinkhole.
Yeah. Let's get some shout outs here. Scott Hoverman is on his way. Scott Hoverman,
Good deal.
3 Alarm Comics, we've been hanging out all week
Nice.
with. The Cindy Sousa's Hey Ming, Amy Tucci, who should be on her way home or at home.
She's
or,
probably home by now.
Amy
She
Tucci,
left around.
hey fellas. Dwayne Lesby from one of our favorite podcasts, Three Beers on a Mic. This would have been good for your dude. Get down here and podcast.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
Absolutely.
Come tap me out.
Yeah.
I tap Matt, and you can tap me out.
Yeah, Matt here. Until Scott gets here.
Yeah, come on. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. When,
I know,
when the hell are we doing our next Jackass at Flashback?
We do need to plan that whenever you want. I'm game.
We should get Brian down. We've been doing our own movie commentaries on bad 80s movies
Really?
and recording them as podcasts.
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. What
Wait.
what should be next?
I
What
don't
have
know.
you done?
It'd be funny. I wonder if we could do it here even.
That would be
and they could
fantastic.
roll-
I was literally just
A
going to say
movie.
that.
Let's talk to Alexis.
Yeah.
about it. She's my new best friend.
Right?
So yeah, why not?
What are
And
some
let's do
movies?
something really cool.
Yeah.
Like Time Cop.
Oh
Time
my
Cop?
god.
Is Time Cop
Was that 80s or 90s?
It's
No,
90s.
is it
but
90s?
It's got to be.
Well,
I don't remember.
maybe I think Time Cop 2 was the 90s. I think
Well,
the first Time Cop was like 89.
Yeah,
Or-
maybe it
or
was
we
late
could
80s,
do-
yeah.
What could we do that's similar to Time Cop? We haven't done an Arnold movie yet.
I mean, Bloodsport.
Commando is timeless.
Predator,
In terms of the,
yes, true. And we're Swayze free for a little while.
Yes.
We're putting a moratorium on Patrick Swayze.
Why?
Because we did like 15 Patrick
Oh, we did
Swayze.
Roadhouse.
did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roadhouse.
So
yeah.
we've got to do, and I'm all in for Red Dawn.
Yes.
Ooh.
Avenge me.
Let's do
Yes.
Red Dawn.
I'm down
Red
for
Dawn.
Red
We're
Dawn.
there.
Red Dawn.
Brian,
And-
you're always invited. I mean, I guess
Thank you,
we
sir.
can patch you in virtually, and we've done that. didn't
We have.
Yeah.
I just want to take.
I work with the guys at Zenoscope Comics, and we do a monthly show where we comment. Me, Marilyn Gigliotti, Crystal Star, and a few others. And we're doing one, as a matter of fact, this Friday night, which we're doing the movie
Oh.
Dreamscape. This will be the fifth installment of that. So
That's
that's
awesome.
the fun thing. So what we do is we encourage the folks to watch the movie before the airing, and
Right.
then we discuss the airing at the airing. So.
You want to tap us out?
That's amazing. Yeah, please sit down. Sit down.
Yeah, come sit.
It's a rotating. It's a rotating table.
Revolving door of podcasting. Come on in.
Yeah, jump in. Jump in. What's up, guys?
How's it going?
How are you? Please introduce yourselves. Yeah, grab the headphones. We got Brian O'Halloran here on virtually.
How you doing, guys?
I mean, we had to have him for Kevin Smith movie night where they're showing Clerks. Yeah,
That's amazing.
we only wish he could be here. Oh yeah, okay, done. All right, we're doing movie commentary here. Please
that's
introduce
amazing.
yourselves.
I'm Steve,
Thank you.
one of the assistant brewers. Right next to me is Brendan. He's the head brewer.
That's amazing. What's up, Steve and Brendan?
Hey guys, nice to meet you.
And
Nice to meet you guys.
what is in the Chuckle Head? Like, was it a arduous brewing process?
Here and there, the IPAs are pretty tough to brew if you want to make them really good. But we wanted this one to be pretty dank, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah,
we used
dank.
some Chinook hops to give more of that piney character that add that kind of dankness to it. I thought would be pretty
I'm
appropriate.
so
for the
happy you described it like that.
Yeah, we're big Chinook Hops fans.
Yeah.
Citra.
Yeah, Citra brings a little dankness too. So just really, really fruity, really,
Yeah.
little pungent,
That's amazing.
resiny.
I have to get another one. It was delicious.
Oh,
Yeah,
did you?
thanks, man.
Oh, jeez, man, you killed yours already. I'm sipping mine like a fine wine. What are you guys drinking right now?
So I'm drinking the Rauch beer. It's a smoked lager. You don't really see these very often, but I wanted to brew one here because I love the beers.
Smoked lager?
Yeah, it has a smoked malt character to it. It's really rad. You should give it time.
That's amazing. And coming into the arena, please welcome Mr. Scott Novick, owner of Alternate Ending. We have Brian O'Halloran here.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
How could we not have a Clerks Chemins movie night without Brian?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and he's a beer fan as well. So we'll get these over to you somehow.
And is that a Ranger jersey too? What are you wearing?
Oh,
There you go.
Are you a Ranger fan?
I am a Ranger
Oh
fan.
man, all right. Okay.
Put the game on in the place. It's about to start. NBC Sports. Do it.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
nice.
man, have you rolled?
Fire Rangers. Here we go.
We actually had a Bruin in here our first weekend, and I didn't realize. And apparently, he threw down with the Rangers last time they played in Boston. He's a local kid.
Nice.
Wow, what was it? What's his name? Which Bruin?
Connor.
Why was he in Aberdeen, New Jersey?
He's from here, actually.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Next to like Van Riemsdyk might roll in here. Yeah, you never know
Maybe.
for sure. So congratulations on this place first and foremost.
Thank you.
I heard it from Alexis right before you guys opened. We were live streaming a Chamber of Commerce meeting, and she was there, and she was describing the place like it was a magical. It sounded like a magical place that only would have come out of my imagination, combining my love of beer and movies. But no, this is a real place.
Oh, well, thank you, and
And,
thanks for coming.
I know it was a long road here, though. You started home brewer.
Yes. Yeah, about 7 years ago, 8 years ago.
Like
Yep.
literally just making brew on your stovetop.
Yeah, it's this man's fault over here, Steve.
How so?
Well, we have a buddy, Russell, who is always drinking beers from all over the country, and he got me into it. And when I get into something, I'm like just super into it. So I was like,
Right.
oh, I love beer, and I was like, well, how can we make it? You know, how could me and Scott have always, he's been a cook, I've been a cook, like we like cooking, so kind of put that together. I was like, let's try making a beer one day.
Yeah, just for the hell of it.
Just for the hell of it, just like, just for fun. We were just like, what do we have better to do?
Right.
So.
And how did that first beer turn out?
Oh, pretty bad. We went through the whole process. We forgot to use half the hops we were supposed to use, and a bee ended up in the final product. And
Yep.
Like a literal bee.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess that changes the profile.
What'd you say?
I haven't heard this story.
Oh yeah. So obviously the wort should be pretty sterile by the end of it, and there's a dead bee floating in there.
Like no insects.
Yeah. So we still drink it though.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, now I bet in Portland they brew like a bee. There's a bee beer. I bet. In
Oh, yeah.
Portland.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a feature.
Yeah, it's a Wu-Tang beer.
Yeah, killer bees. Yeah. Protect your neck, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
So from that first kind of failure, you just decided to keep going.
Yeah, so we did it again, and we made a lot of mistakes on the way, and then we continued to learn and grow, and then we added our friend Ross, who is this like Winston Churchill type guy who, if he decides something, he's going to go 120% on it and engross himself.
Right.
And so he joined our crew, and all of a sudden we were sending our water out, getting chemistry reports, reading a lot more, and just expanding our knowledge.
This is why you meet people and collaborate with people who can make you better.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's awesome. And so what did it go from there? It's like, I think I want to do this even more.
Yes.
I think you had a day job, right?
I did. I worked for VH1 for 12 years. So I worked for VH1 Classic, Palladia, and eventually MTV. And it became very corporate. It was fun for a while.
Right.
And I just needed out. So I started really focusing on beer. I went to school for it. And then I forced my way to get let go. Conveniently fired from VH1 so I could get a severance.
Yes, smart gets startup costs.
Yeah, all I had to do was call the president an asshole.
Are we hearing a story that's kind of like a behind the music? In this case, it's a behind the beer story.
Yes, exactly. Except
are we now going to cut to coworkers of yours back at Viacom?
Yep.
So,
hopefully they say nice things.
here. But he knew how to bring the best beer to the office parties.
Yep.
That's awesome. And you ended up working over at Other Half in Brooklyn, which is that's a great place.
Yeah, it was exciting. I used to sleep on the street for their beer, and then all of a sudden I'm flipping kegs, basically hustling, and 3 weeks of cleaning kegs, and I was asked to join the brew staff, and I told Sam I thought it would take at least 6 months of the dirty jobs to get on there, but it just
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
They saw something in you.
I guess so.
They saw something.
Yeah, so it was a special opportunity for me. and I worked really hard and learned as much as I could, and then all of a sudden this incredible space fell into my lap. And
how does a movie theater fall into your lap?
well, I was actually out to dinner at Heirloom Kitchen, and the owners are sitting at that table over there, Neely and Chef Dave.
No.
Chef Dave was on
Top Chef,
and he did an awesome job. And so I'm eating dinner there because we needed a night out.
Yeah.
And Neely's dad owns this side of the shopping center.
Right.
So she told me that the Bowtie Theater, they weren't going to renew, and he thought it would be a cool place for a brewery. So I actually said, I was driving by with my wife on the way to Heirloom Kitchen, and I said that would be a cool place for a brewery.
Holy, just but we all say that.
Yeah, right.
I say that, yeah. I'm like, oh man, one day I'd love to open a brewery there, or a podcast studio here, or a comic book shop here, but it doesn't necessarily happen.
Right. Well, I think as Walter said, if you will it, it is no dream.
That's true, for sure.
So
you willed it.
I willed it, and I surrounded myself with some great people. My sister Alexis.
Yeah, your sister's a badass.
She is.
Yeah. What year was that? Do you remember what year was that when you drove by and you're like, oh man, that'd be a cool place for a brewery?
It had to be about 2-3 years ago at this point, because we incorporated 2 years ago in
2018.
Yeah,
2018.
It's been a blur.
Must have been right before
Yeah. Still, that's quick though.
Yeah.
I mean, I know, you had knowledge, but the rest, and the opening a brewery, the service industry is no joke.
It's not, and I always dreamed of a production brewery, but never a brew pub. And to run a restaurant is a whole nother beast. And everything really worked out. Brendan was on vacation up here from Kansas, and he answered a head brewer ad, and he's a brilliant brewer. And we kind of hit it off, and I don't think our beer would be as good as it is if we didn't have Brendan and Steve learning from him. So that worked out great. And all the styles that we've been brewing is definitely, in conjunction with Brendan's style of brewing, which is great. And then partnering with Tallulah's just made this whole experience really easy on me, actually.
Yeah. Now, so for anybody not from Jersey, combining a brewery and food is virtually impossible.
It's tough.
How is it done here? How is it possible here? How did you make the impossible possible?
Well, normally a liquor license is really out of reach in New Jersey.
Oh yeah. They're for rich people.
Yeah, $1 million.
And possibly like organized crime. I didn't say that out loud, but
yeah. So there were 2 for sale in Aberdeen, and they were for a tenth of the price. So I changed my model, and we just said, all right, how can we make this work?
Yeah.
There's, let's say, 300 breweries in the state, and only 20 of them are brew pubs. Let's be number 21.
Right.
And, I was still scared because, again, I don't know anything about running a restaurant or a floor like this, but bringing in Tallulah's really made it a seamless move, and their quality of food is,
it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of their Asbury Park location. I've been for many years, and when I heard that they were doing the food here, I was like, that. Like, if I could pick out one place, that would be one of the places. Yeah,
that's
for
awesome.
Sure. Shanti, and I mean, they're just amazing people.
They are, and
they love. They make really good food.
They do.
That's the bottom line.
And they're so important to the community. They were one of the first there to kind of redevelop, and they're the way they treat their employees. Everything matched what we wanted to do here, and like I said, they made it easy on me, and then we hired Anthony, who's incredible GM, and.
Anthony Solis. I go back to his place. He used to GM a place down in Asbury. He's a big fan of Kevin Smith, and he's a big pop culture guy, so that fits in well here, definitely. And when I heard he was here, you're assembling the Avengers is basically what you're doing. You're like getting the best of the best.
I agree, and when you ask how you do it, that's how you do it. It's surround yourself with the best of the best.
Yeah,
get the Avengers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna have cans over at the podcast studio. We're gonna be our Bellworks location is only 10 minutes away.
Yep.
So anytime. In fact, I have 3 friends here who came in from Mississippi. I'm like, dude, they're doing a night. Buy the tickets. buy them early, get here. Let's just have fun tonight.
Yeah.
And I promised them a great time, and I only bring them to the best. So,
Nice. Tonight is going to be a great time.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
How can you beat Clerks?
You can't. Is that in fact your? Do you have a favorite Kevin Smith movie?
Well,
Do you?
yeah, I'll show the cats.
And you. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just ask in front of me, why don't you?
Do you remember the first time you saw Clerks?
I do. It was a very long time ago. I mean, I was in high school, and I have Russell, the one Steve was talking about, who kind of got us into beer, also got us into Kevin Smith movies. And he played it for us, and I'm like, what am I watching here? And it just kind of, the nostalgia of New Jersey is so important to any person who's from New Jersey.
Yeah.
And you know, not to deviate from Kevin Smith, but that's what we wanted to do here too, is incorporate the nostalgia of this theater back into it.
Yeah.
And I think that we've seen with Stranger Things and it, and like going back to the 80s,
Right.
it's just, it feels good, and it is.
Yes, it does.
It feels really good.
Right. So hitting that nostalgic point is so important, and I think Kevin Smith does it probably the best out of anyone.
I guess, I mean, I don't know if maybe we've hit has Clerks hit that nostalgia point yet, whereas I feel like I just saw it yesterday, though.
Yeah.
To be honest
It
with
was
you.
on actually, I think 2 weeks ago.
But it's like HBO or were they
HBO,
rolling? I think
Something
they were
like
doing
that.
Kevin
HBO or
Marathon.
or
Yeah.
Star.
HBO Comedy Channel, HBO.
That's good, because that means Brian gets his quarterly SAG check, hopefully, from that, or no?
Not a SAG thing. That's
Oh,
no.
right. Dang, yeah, and people are like, hey, why do you do so many conventions? Like, because we didn't sign those money deals and we get perpetual checks for a million years. We're not the Bobby Bonilla's of the entertainment world, for sure. That's we'll get Kevin in here one day.
Oh, that would be cool.
Well, I mean, speaking of, are there any vegan options on the menu?
Oh, yeah. My wife is a vegan, so that was a prerequisite for our menu. So almost everything on here you could get vegan, including the pizza.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of options. Ice cream, there's vegan ice cream.
Yeah.
So
there's a vegan popcorn.
Yep,
I saw
vegan
that.
popcorn.
Isn't the vegan version called Nooch?
Yep, Nooch. Yep. We should have called it like Noochie Boochies.
Yes, not too late.
Yeah.
I noticed a new thing on the menu is the Detroit-style pie,
Yeah.
which I'm from Michigan. I'm a University of Michigan graduate. Eat many Detroit-style pies.
Yep.
Was there was that a Tallulah's? Like, hey, we should do it.
It was totally a
Detroit-style? Okay.
Tallulah's idea. So obviously the style they have is sourdough, and in Asbury they have a specific style. So I think this was a lot of fun for them, and we actually have Steve from Tallulah's over here, so he could talk about it.
Oh yeah.
But he wanted to do pan pizza here,
Right.
and I think he's a big believer in just having foresight and seeing what's coming next.
Yeah.
And he believes in this Detroit and the grandma style, and it's
good. It's different.
Thanks.
It's
Yeah.
different texture.
Yep.
Sauce on top, a lot of olive oil. Yeah.
Yep, and it's just fulfilling and gratifying.
Yeah,
I
for
think.
sure.
So it may not make drinking 10 beers easy, but it still makes you leave pretty happy.
Yeah, for sure. So, do you want to reveal the cans?
Yes,
We
absolutely.
need to see these cans.
All right, so I got a lot of them over here. We've been brewing our asses off. All right, so we should start with Clerks, and I could talk about what we were doing with it, and Brendan could talk about the beer.
So this is the newly released Chuckle Heads.
Hold this for a second. I want to pull it on. That sounded good.
All right. This
So
is the third version of Chuckle Heads.
this is part 3. So the cat.
Oh, like a trilogy almost, like
Yeah.
a movie, continuing
Yeah.
movie story. Okay.
I envision us getting us to like Spaceballs, like Rocky 3000.
Yes. And
So-
it says Jay and Silent Bob on it.
Yep, Jay and Silent Bob could be Cheech and Chong. What's in this man?
Yeah.
And then here, there's always a hidden message here. They all weren't supposed to be here today.
Yeah. All right. Brian's waiting for his check for that.
Yeah, I
know.
Our lawyer said it's fair use. 3 pillars of fair use, and we meet them all.
Here you go. Right on. I'm glad you thought about it, though.
Yeah. So this is describe the flavor profile as a double IPA.
Yep.
It's got. You said it's got Citra hops.
Yeah,
Anything
this
else?
is the one we use the Chinook and the Citra
Oh,
hops.
that's
So
okay.
we wanted to make this a little more dank with the pine character and the resin. So I think it turned out really great. Super drinkable, really, really juicy, and just has a little bit more of that old school dankness that we all love.
It's almost too drinkable. It's really, really good. That's a great compliment. That's amazing. I like. How much time went into the development of this one?
We've been developing this Chuckle Heads, kind of brand for the past, few months now. That was one of the first that we released, and I think it's dialed in. Didn't take long.
Okay.
We want all of our releases to have their own unique identities, and this one really came together pretty easily for us.
That's amazing. And yeah, I love the can. Who designs your cans?
So John Turner, he's from Boy Burns Barn.
Okay.
He runs his own company. He's a brilliant designer. He kind of ran with the concept. He loves movies, and his homework is usually watching movies.
Here, let me single this up real quick. That is the chocolate. So we got Jinsa and Bob. They're in there. They have a homage in there.
They're in there. So we've just come up with fun concepts like alternate endings, basically, to movies. So from there we have the Royal Rug.
Yes, the Royal Rug.
So this is our decoction Pilsner, which is a pretty cool way of brewing that you don't really see anymore. But it's what if the Big Lebowski was the genie? And the rug tied the whole world together.
Right. That's cool. With P from an Asian man who victorated on that rug.
Yes. That's such a great word too, victorated.
That word is not used enough in the English language.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever heard it, I had to look it up,
Yep.
was Big Lebowski.
Yeah. I would have put it on here, but then people would have thought it was pea beer.
Right. No, that's called Coors Light.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could put it on the date coding on the bottom.
There you go. So then we have.
What kind of beer is that?
This is a Pilsner, and Brendan could talk about how we brew it.
It's a German style Pilsner, so it's got a very simple, elegant malt bill, very simple, elegant European hops. A little more floral character to it, but the decoction process just brings out a little bit more of that malt character that you can't get on typical brewing systems.
Right.
So it's just kind of my pride and joy right now.
Really, the Royal Rug. Okay.
The German Pilsners are tough to brew, and it just really takes a lot of time making sure everything's perfect. And very stressful, but when you get them done right, they're exceptional.
Oh, so much more rewarding.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, for sure. That's amazing. What's the next one?
All right, so the next one is. We have to drink them all, by the way.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. All right, I'll be taking Uber home then.
So this is the one we just released. It's called Shimmy Shimmy Cocoa Pop.
Okay.
And it's part of our single hop series, and every one of our single hop series is based on the Princess Bride. So.
So there's
This is Andre the Giant.
Andre the Giant,
and
which
it's
is in the doorway.
What if Zoltar granted wishes literally? So he, instead of making Josh old, he made him big into the giant.
You don't get bigger than Andre the Giant.
Yeah. Larger than life.
And he can drink a lot of beer also.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we've heard the stories of Andre the Giant drinking like 200 beers.
Yeah, it was like 96 beers or something in like an hour or something.
Yeah,
Some crazy
and not even and then he would go wrestle.
Yeah,
and come back and drink more. That's insane.
Yeah. I think Wade Boggs might have beat him though on a plane trip, right?
That took him all day though.
Yeah, it took all day. No one messes with the Giant. So
yeah, what kind of beer is this?
This is a single hop double IPA. Okay. So it's a big 8%, all mosaic, and Brendan could talk about the series too.
Oh yeah, so that's another one of like the Chuckle Heads we wanted to start with from day one and really develop this single hop beer that really showcased that particular hop. So people can really see those nuances and see the character of these different varieties. So this is our third installment. The first one we did was a New Zealand hop, Nelson Sauvin, which was very unique. It had gooseberry, kind of strawberry character. Yeah. Then we did the single hop Citra, which everybody loves Citra hops. So we had to knock that one out. And then Mosaic, it's just as popular as Citra, right behind Citra. So it really showcases characters and just angles of that hop that you wouldn't normally see. And it just turned out really tropical. A lot of fruity character, a lot of juicy character to it.
That's amazing. And so just for the record, the tanks are right there, off camera over there. And I guess that was a former screening room.
Yeah, it used to be a quad, and those were 2 theaters back there. Yep.
Holy crap! I mean, did you ever think you'd be brewing beer at your childhood movie
No,
theater?
I saw my first movie here. Yeah.
Which one was that? Do
It
you
was
remember?
Johnny Be Good, and I shouldn't have been there.
Was that Anthony Michael Hall?
No, that was
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All I remember is that I think you see boobs in the movie.
Well,
think
I was really young, and
sweet.
the reason I remember it is because my parents pulled us out of it. We shouldn't have been
Is
there.
it a boob? I mean,
Well, it was
an
more
adult-
of a sex scene.
Yeah, it's it was like an early attempt, like an American Pie.
Yeah.
It wasn't as successful. Yes, but
I'm gonna have to go back and watch it now.
yeah, it's not great. But it's a piece of like late '80s movie history.
Yeah.
Late '80s. Porky's was on the other day.
What's that?
Porky's.
Oh, Porky's. Oh man, I mean that's story it all, man. What do you have next?
All right. I'll let Steve do this one because he's
Okay.
the biggest Star Wars fan I know.
Oh man, I saw this on Instagram,
Yeah.
which you can follow at AE Beer Co. This one is called
This is the Mando with no name. This is a
Mando with no name.
Yeah. So everyone knows the Mandalorian is basically like a spaghetti western.
Yes.
Done. This beer is a. I don't know if you show this down.
Oh yeah, here. Let me single you up here. Yeah, there it is. Mando with no name.
Nice.
So this is a Belgian IPA. We did a it's kind of like a New England style IPA with a Belgian yeast strain.
Yeah.
And it came out super delicious. I think the Simcoe comes out a lot. You get a lot of
No,
the
Simcoe hops.
Simcoe hops.
Okay.
Yep. You get a lot of flavor from the Belgian yeast, which I honestly wasn't like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but it
Right.
came out so good, and I was actually really surprised, and I'm so happy with it because I used to drink Belgian IPAs and they taste nothing like that.
Right.
Now, this is so much different than those old school Belgian IPAs, and I think we actually did really good with this. I'm excited to try to even brew it again.
That's awesome. So this is something that Jin Djarin, the Mandalorian, would drink after a long day of bounty hunting.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I hope so.
So, and with this can, actually, one of our alt enders, his name's Greg, he came up with the concept and all the ideas. We had this contest that we put together for them. We had this, I think it was submitting maybe your email or something like that for our alt enders.
Yeah.
He submitted it. He came in with the idea of it, and he came up with what kind of beer we were going to do, the name of the beer, all the concepts for it. So yeah.
Yeah, you're literally wearing a Mandalorian mask right now.
I am.
Are there more Star Wars themed beers possibly in the future?
Yes, May the 4th, maybe.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh nice.
Yep.
We love Steve.
Yeah. You got to get him to talk about the
Yeah.
pizza.
Well, I'll jump out and I'll let him talk about
Oh
the
yeah,
pizza.
for sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
No problem.
While Steve gets
We're
set up.
swapping Steve's.
Swap and Steve.
All right, that's easy.
Steve, we have Brian O'Halloran from Clerks on virtually with us.
That's awesome.
Yeah, you can't show Clerks and not talk to Brian. So put the headphones on, you can hear him. You can hear yourself too. So I've been a fan of Toulouse ever since you guys opened. I was trying to guess the year, and
It was 2014.
2014. And I remember going in there being blown away by the pizza. You guys use all locally sourced ingredients. I always tell people, you guys have the best cocktails in the area as well.
Thanks, man.
Big shout out to Paul Check.
Yeah.
And, Paul Checkmate.
Paul's been with us for 7 years as well since we opened.
Yeah, I've taken cocktail classes from him at the brewery
Definitely.
or at Tallulah's, and when I saw that you guys were doing the food here, I was like, what? How could this get better? And then I had the food. It was like, no, it's Tallulah's, but with a twist.
Yeah, it was, trying to gear it more towards beer than cocktail. Maybe make it a little more craveable,
Yes.
a little fattier,
Right, soak up some of the alcohol.
Yeah,
Make sure
exactly.
you don't get pulled over. Yeah.
Yeah, and so far, it's been great.
Yeah.
It's it's a really nice partnership.
I've been blown away. The grandma pies I'm a big fan of. The pepperoni, like the little ones that curl up when you bake them, it's my personal favorite.
Thanks, man.
But I'm from Michigan. I'm a University of Michigan
That's
graduate,
great.
and I've had a lot of Detroit style pies, and you can't get them here. But now you can. What inspired this new addition to the menu?
So we knew we wanted to do something different, and still pizza, but give people like something different. And so we decided we're going to do like all the pizzas in the pan.
Yes.
So grandma pies in the pan, and then Detroit pizzas is something that I really love. A few of my best friends from college are from the Ann Arbor area.
Oh yeah, that's where I grew up.
Cool. So, like I had gone to visit them after college, and they introduced me to that style at like Buddies and.
Yeah. Holy crap! Yeah, but
Yeah.
Buddies. Yeah, I mean, if one of the, if not the best,
It's
Detroit style
it's
pizza
great.
in Michigan.
And then since then, it was always something that I wanted to do. It was like this needs to be everywhere. You know? And then we went to Austin, and Austin has a pretty good Detroit pizza place, and it was just always in the back of my head. And then when we got introduced to Scott, it was like, oh, this is perfect for beer. Like deep dish pizza, like thicker pizza.
Right.
Toulouse is great. It's just a little fancier, maybe.
Sure.
Pizza-wise.
I mean, it's just amazing, but it's
It's very different.
Original dough.
Yeah.
It's round.
Yeah, exactly. So we wanted to take the same type of like care in the ingredients, and then like kind of chunk it up a little bit.
For sure. Did you guys know each other like when you started this, or how did this?
No.
How did like this like Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure team up happen?
It's actually pretty funny because the person who introduced us is here right now.
Yeah. Oh, right, the Heirloom Kitchen.
Yeah.
So, wow. He's like the Nick Fury of like,
totally
awesome restaurants.
Yeah. Not only did she basically allow us,
Or she, yes.
Yeah,
Nick Fury,
get us this space, but she made the first introduction to Steve and Shanti.
Yeah.
And then we kind of hit it off, and we had like-minded approaches, and I think it really gave Steve and Shanti an outlet to do fun things that normally you, like with a brew pub, you don't really need an identity.
Right.
You can do a lot of different things. So it's like, all right, we can have Thai wings and pizza,
Right.
or I mean, they're so creative and makes incredible food. So it's just like, here's a blank canvas, do whatever you want, and they created this incredible menu.
That's awesome. You know what?
Killing me that I'm not there. It's killing me. I'm hearing all this great food.
I feel bad.
I'm going nuts.
Where are you right now? We'll send the helicopter.
Yeah, I'm up in northeast Pennsylvania, about 2 hours from your location. But my mom lives 15 minutes from me.
Oh, well, you got to come and visit.
Yeah, where you're in town. Yeah, we're definitely coming. Yeah, that's not even a question.
Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, I mean, if I were to dream of a place, it would be like beer and like Tallulah's
Thank you.
pizza. And there's a young lady over here enjoying the gin and juice, which is one of the best cocktails ever, for sure.
Yeah, that one. My wife came up with that one.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I have to give her all the credit, and then
Yeah.
Paul kind of ran with it.
Yeah, I got it.
And then
that was
like with the sour beer here, it was kind of like a natural pairing. I'm not sure if you had the actual beer cocktail too. Have you tried that?
I have not. No, and so I'm a huge sour beer fan.
Oh, really?
So did I hear you have a whole separate like sour beer room?
Yes, you got to
This
see
is
it.
insane. What?
Yeah, we have barrels that are going to be maybe 6 months, and then we have barrels that could be about 3 years. So, I mean, Brendan could talk about it, but it was a necessity for me because a lot of times you brew, let's say, juicy IPA or certain beers so you can do what you really love. And for me, that was to develop a mixed culture program. And I thought I knew what I was going to do, but then, Brendan is so technical and smart that what he's developing now and running with, it's going to be pretty special.
Yeah.
So,
Are you guys developing any ciders?
Ciders.
ciders. No,
I don't know. Legally, do we have to have a winery license to produce ciders in New Jersey? I'm
not sure. It's a good
I'm not
question.
as familiar.
You should talk about the sourdough beer.
Yeah.
Is it okay if we talk about that?
Oh, you make a sourdough beer?
It's kind of like a
something
secret
that
thing.
Steve and I have been kind of talking about with
Okay.
Scott and just saying, we're using beer in the food and we're using, making beer cocktails behind the bar, but
what about using our house sourdough culture, the yeast, and ferment a beer with that? So we're kind of playing around. We did a little bit of just a little test, and it worked out really, really good. So I think that's something that can be looked forward to. And
holy crap,
there's
that's
a lot of ways
crazy.
you can go, but I think it's going to be pretty rad.
Yeah, it's pretty. It was definitely exciting. I had no idea what to expect.
Yeah,
and I think that small test batch was completely different than I thought it was going to turn out. But it's so cool.
It's very much like a Belgian character with some wild yeast, some Brettanomyces, so it's a little funky, a little fruity.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of things you can do with that. Not just make a fermented clean beer, but adding that to a mixed culture in a barrel could produce a lot of character as well. So just to really bring alternate ending and Tallulahs together, and it's just been so tight around here that this is kind of that final little thing that just really, really ties it all. So it's pretty exciting, and the creativity around here is just endless. So we're producing so many beers just constantly, and it just seems like this whole operation has just been this huge flow of creativity. It's incredible to be a part of it.
It feels like we're all just having fun here.
It's definitely a lot of fun to be here.
But the result of having fun, especially food, beer, is everybody wins.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's great. Yeah.
I know I'm winning, as I'm eating, drinking, and I mean and then ultimately that's good for business. So I tell all my friends to get their asses over here and eat and drink and
Thank you.
have fun over here. Yeah, what do you have next?
So let's see. This one is a pretty special one. So we went a little bit out of the box for this. And by the way, we do have ciders here. So if you are a cider person,
they do have ciders here.
We just don't make them in house.
Right.
Yes. So this was so much fun. I always wanted to do something for Evil Dead. I love Army of Darkness. I love Evil Dead. Ash is the king. So when I wanted to do a pastry stout, I knew right away I wanted to give me some sugar. And we actually tried to get the trademark on it, but there's a winery in, I think, Virginia that may have it for a wine. So I added baby, so maybe we can still get it. But we had this great artist, illustrator, design the can. So it's basically our Valentine's Day beer. And it's we put cherries and chocolate in there.
That's all. That's crazy.
It's such a cool.
Nice. And Lisa Henley, she's this great artist, and we partnered with her and John Turner, and through just kind of an idea, she developed this can, and I think we're going to make this into a series. We have our next one, which I could announce right now. Not that it's this big announcement, but we're going to do Thai banana. Peanut butter, but we're going to use some peanut butter, the Reese's peanut butter cereal in our mash. Brendan's.
Oh, man.
We're going to do some Reese's peanut butter puffs.
Yeah, the little round ones.
Yeah. And then we'll add some kind of dehydrated peanut butter in the boil also. So it'll have a lot of character, but we're not getting it from the usual source. It's going to be pretty fun beer to brew.
It's going to be fun to clean that one too.
Oh yeah.
You guys are nuts.
That sounds like a beer that Elvis would have loved. Peanut
There
butter.
we go. There you go.
And so the Give Me Some Sugar Baby, I can personally attest. We had some podcasters who do a beer-themed podcast bring that in.
Oh yeah.
As one of their featured beers, and it was amazing.
Oh no way.
Yeah,
oh, that's awesome.
Glad you guys started.
It's big, 10% too. So it'll knock you on your butt.
Yeah, I remember that. There's wait a minute, what's the ABV on this? It's no, okay, I feel very warm right now. But it was chocolate covered. Was it raspberry or
cherries?
Cherry.
Yep. Dark cherries.
And a beer.
Oh yeah. And and we're adding marshmallow to the next one just to top it off.
I mean, if you can.
Yeah.
Why not?
We're gonna light it on fire before we throw it in too.
It'll be a roasted marshmallow. Not just the marshmallows.
That's pure insanity.
Yeah, we're gonna get weird. You gotta really go.
So, are these only available here, or are they
right now? Yeah.
Okay.
So
I know. Believe me, I know distribution in the state of New Jersey. Again, pain in the ass.
Yeah, especially for a brew pub.
Yeah.
It's different laws for a brew pub than it is for a place like Kane or Carton or Source So, but we actually just had a conversation with a very small distributor. So we might put out our Royal Rug in a few select stores and our What If, which is our flagship.
Yes.
So this was kind of cool too. the day we got the trademark for the What If was the day Disney announced that they were doing a What If series.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, Marvel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite. Some of my favorite. The Marvel What If comic books are amongst my favorite.
Oh really?
Because they don't have to follow any rules.
Yep.
Like if this is a What If, we can do whatever we want. So yeah.
The best part of this.
So this is what you. Yeah. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So we got the trademark on for a beverage.
Right.
Yeah. So the whole thing is like different scenarios, like. What if Forrest didn't run, Forrest run?
Right.
What if Mia Wallace never checked Vincent Vega's pocket?
Yeah.
What if Kobayashi is really Kaiser Soze? So, and then just different scenarios. And we actually have a contest on the bottom to give your best what if scenario. So whatever you put on can end up on the can.
I mean, I think we got an old TV show out of the what if what if you had a sci-fi garage? What vehicle would you have in that garage?
Oh yeah.
What if you went back in time and you could stop your parents from meeting? I don't know. Yeah, all that crazy stuff. Yeah,
that's funny.
That's awesome. And what kind of beer is that?
That is just a easy drinking 7%, 7.5% IPA. Just very basic. Brendan could talk about it.
Well, the concept behind that is we wanted a hazy IPA to be somebody's go-to beer. We wanted it to be a very drinkable, clean. But it kind of played on the what if in my mind too is, what if a hazy IPA was your everyday crusher?
Right.
And so we're trying to find that balance where it's more drinkability, but still a lot of juice and a lot of character. I think we really achieved that with this. So this is kind of, what if that was your go-to? Was this?
Well done. And I've had this one too. We have our friends are a beer broadcast.
Oh yeah.
Brought that in one night. And,
you know the guys over there?
Oh yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, we love those guys.
Yep. Beer broadcast. Check it out. Never wait in line again. Basically for a beer release.
Yep.
Let them take care of it for you.
Oh yeah. They have a great platform. Super easy to use. And when they first brought it to us, it's like this is brilliant. Like I don't know, where have you been all this time?
Yeah, we've done it. We've waited in line at wherever our local breweries here or not so local.
Yep.
Or if you like waiting in line 2 hours for Treehouse Brewing in Massachusetts, you can
go up to Jurassic Park up there.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. So that is awesome. So this is there's one more here.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually,
two more.
We got two more. So this one was a lot of fun. So we had to make this into a half pour because we had one unruly customer that I think drank too much of this maybe.
Oh my God! You should see the video. It's horrible.
You videoed it. Well done.
Oh my God.
Documented it.
Well, we got security cameras all around.
Nice.
So this is basically a 9% easy drinking double IPA. And the whole concept of being such a big beer, it was, what if Bluto was really Frank the Tank? So
That's a dangerous combination.
Oh yeah, and here's Bluto drinking that bottle of Jack.
Yes.
And Frank the Tank doing his punches.
Yes. Yeah.
He's on the screen.
And Clerks has started, my friends. Try to holler at everybody. Hey, Matt, move over a little bit. So there it is. We're wait. It started. Yes. Yeah. You might miss something.
How many times do you drive by Leonardo and have to stop there?
Oh yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to. Try to holler at everybody.
By the way, this sold out the quickest out of any movie we've done so far.
What other movies have you done?
Our first movie was Die Hard on Christmas, or right around Christmas, just to settle that debate.
Which, yes, it is a Christmas movie. Yes.
Yep. And then let's see, my wife made us do Harry Met Sally last week, so I actually got out to go on a date last week, so that was fun.
Oh yeah, I'll have what she's having. Okay,
yeah.
Yes.
And the whole restaurant got silent when that scene came on.
Oh yeah.
Because it was blast, and all of a sudden everybody's looking in here.
That's awesome.
What else have we done? Wow, I'm blanking. Remember the Titans?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep.
I get stuck in the back making beer. I lose track of everything that's going on so much.
Almost famous. Yes.
Which was too long though because we were doing them back to back.
Oh right, yeah.
But it was a great movie.
Such a great movie.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. The uncut version is like even better. Cameron Crowe, man.
Yep. And then
That's awesome. And then
yeah, so then this is our this was our holiday glass, and it's called the Silver Tuna. My friend Adam came up with this concept. So it's what if Todd and Margot from Christmas Vacation really Harry Harry and Marv.
Yes.
From Home Alone.
The Wet Bandits.
Yeah, the Wet Bandits. Yes. So it's the Silver Tuna, and let's see. After losing their minds, living next to the Griswolds, Todd and Margot went on a crime spree, and ended up as the Wet Bandits.
Yes.
Well, where did the water come from?
Right. Yeah.
Then the carpet's all wet. Basically.
Yes.
Yep.
That's awesome. So this is 8 beers right now. How many?
Yeah, this is.
What do you have out right now?
Well, these are just random.
There's just a portion of them.
Right, these are the ones on top. The list. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think this is 9 right here.
Yeah, this
9
is.
on top.
Yep, and we're canning every 2 weeks, and the hard thing is creating these labels, because originally when we decided to do these kind of super intricate creative labels, we're like, we'll just keep reusing them and just changing the hops. But then people really like those beers.
Yeah, they look good. Like, it looks cool. I'll keep the can.
Well, they're attached to the concepts. They're relatable, and everybody just, it almost uses each can as a collector's item for fans of those films.
Yeah, totally.
We're stuck, just pumping out these different varieties. We've got a huge core list right now, but it's keeping everybody happy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And what are you working on right now that you can reveal or be vague about or whatever?
Should we reveal the 2 that we have back there?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, so we're revealing. It's kind of a concept within a concept, and I'll let Scott really dig deep in those. But it's a twins concept with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito.
Yes.
They're each their own beers, but the Arnold is going to be a really big IPA that's all New Zealand hops, and Danny is a small pale ale with Australian hops. So we're trying to work that. But that's that outer line concept, but each beer will have their own concept within that. So it just kind of shows that how much fun and how endless the possibilities are around here with these beers. I'm really excited about
that.
beer.
I was thinking, Ghostbusters theme beer.
Yep.
Karate Kid.
Oh yeah.
I'm just naming movies that came out in 1984.
Give us your alternate endings. I'm running out of ideas, please.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no. You're gonna regret saying that.
Oh no, I won't. We got to make a lot of beer.
Saying that. Have you seen the alternate ending to Clerks? Do you remember the lost ending of Clerks?
Oh man, I don't.
It was on it first appeared on the laser. Well, it was on the Sundance version that Kevin submitted. Luckily, they cut it. It ends up a burglar comes in and shoots Dante at the end.
Oh no way!
And thankfully,
that is so sad.
And I remember they were like, Kevin, why did you put that in there? He was like, well, I thought all indie movies ended it with a tragedy or something.
Well, it's kind of funny because I love. That's why we came up with alternate ending, because I love almost unhappy endings. And the whole thing started was what if Brody missed at the end of Jaws? And then you just see Brody die, and then you don't know what's going to happen to Richard Dreyfuss. So I always go for that, but that would have been the saddest ending, because then there wouldn't have been Clerks 2 or 3. So we need you.
Yeah, I hated it when I read it before we even filmed it. I hated that ending and went to Kevin like, man, why are you killing the character? And he's like, well, that's the irony of this whole thing, because life is a series of down endings, just like how he mentions the Empire Strikes Back reference. But also how ironic it was that Dante wasn't even supposed to be there that day.
Right.
And he killed. Yes. And for those out there, spoiler alert.
Like 26 years later? Wow. 27. Wow.
So how did it get changed?
Well, luckily, a man named John Pearson, who is an independent, he was an advisor. He's like, Kevin, you can't keep that in. Like you built these 2 characters over the whole movie to kill him at the end. Like, luckily, cooler heads prevailed, I guess.
But I feel like
this is John Pearson is a producer's rep who represented people like, Spike Lee and Jim Jarmusch and a
Yeah,
few
I'm
other.
not giving the proper credit for sure, but yeah.
So he came in there and said, look, man, this is a straight comedy. You're going to get your audience hating you at the end of this movie if you kill one of the main characters off like that and then just end it. So thankfully, Kevin heeded his advice, and they kept it, and we went on to do many other things there.
Yeah.
Wow.
It all worked out.
That would have been one of those, what the fuck just happened?
Right. It was when I saw it. Yeah, it's on the Laserdisc. It's on the DVD. It's It's very it's very jarring.
Yeah.
It doesn't make much sense. But it's an alternate ending.
Yeah.
I like your versions better. They're way more fun.
Yeah, they're more fun, definitely.
That's awesome. We're gonna be here a lot. We're gonna bring all our friends here. Only the ones we love. And I'm gonna eat my face off in a second when we watch Clerks.
Awesome.
And thank you for telling us. Thank you for starting this.
Oh no.
You have no idea. I mean, just in I think all my friends bought all the tickets. I got people, friends who came in from out of town. I have friends who live here. All we do is argue about movies.
That's awesome.
And drink beer. So
the whole idea
was, and who knew you watched your first movie with Kevin Bacon, and now in the kitchen you're cooking bacon. Crazy.
Yeah. It's full circle, baby.
And did you ever see the movie Strange Brew in that theater? That would be
man. I have a original Strange Brew poster framed in there. I'm so proud of it. It's one of my favorite movies, and one day when you come, it'll be played.
Make the movie night. Make it.
All right.
Make it so.
Here we go.
Oh, real quick. So follow AE Beer Co on Instagram.
Yep.
You told the story about when you met Kevin.
Yes. Oh, this was so cool. So obviously, just loved him and Jay. And I went to the Stash. It was high school, so I graduated in '99.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. It's maybe '98. We'll have to ask Jay when he broke his foot. So I see Jay sitting on the bench, and I see a broken foot, and I sit down next to him, and I had to make one marijuana comment. So I said, "Oh, I wish I had something to cure your pain or something," and he just kind of laughed, kind of humored me. And then I was like, how'd you do it? He's like, I don't know. I was just walking across the street and I broke my foot. I'm like, okay. So then I go in and Kevin is in there and he's filming a Canadian commercial, I believe. So I don't know.
That sounds about right. I don't know for what, but yes.
Yeah. And he's there, and I bought the Mallrats poster.
Yeah, the Blueprints one.
Yep.
Yeah.
And with LaFleur's, and I love Mallrats so much, so I got him to sign it, and it's so funny. He writes, I look fatter in real life, and he puts a picture to his stick figure.
Right.
And then Jay signed it, Snoochie, or Schnoogans, or Snoochie Boochies, Schnoogans, so super cool. It was like, when you get to meet your heroes.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I love film. I still do, but I did so more at the time. And it was just so cool to meet them, and they were so real, and Kevin was very funny.
Yeah, and that poster is hanging right, literally, 50 feet from me right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
It was cool. Yeah. It's always great when your favorite people that you kind of put on a pedestal are awesome people in person.
Yeah. It's very rare.
Yeah.
Brian's one of those guys for sure. Kevin, I think most of the people in the Views universe are pretty cool.
It's awesome. I don't know, Brian. Did you text Kevin they have your likeness on a can? You got to sue him.
No, I'm not one of those watchdogs. I should be suing Kevin, to be honest with you.
Awesome. Well, thank you, man.
Thank
and,
you.
We're gonna be here a lot. And we're gonna eat and drink and have a great time tonight.
Thanks.
And thank you for the warm welcome.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming.
Brian, man, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Next time you're here.
Next time I come down to visit my mother, I got to stop in.
Okay, yeah, we'll be here with you for
That'll
sure.
be great.
No doubt. No doubt. Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
No, thanks, man.
No, not at all. What a great concept. I mean, like I said, I lived in Old Bridge for most of my young adult life.
Old Bridge.
See to see, I saw movies in the Aberdeen Strathmore theaters, it used to be called, and now to see it turn into something that I also love, which is beer and food. It's awesome to see that it's not just sitting empty, that it's not just going to be turned into some other Starbucks or what have you. It's great that you guys had your dream, you pulled it together. People who just came into your life and introduced you to other people to get you your patient, your brewmaster, your chef, your restaurateurs. This is awesome, and to combine it with the love of movies, you guys are on a rocket ship to huge success for many years to come.
Thank you so much. It means so much to us.
That's from the guy on the screen right now saying that to you. So,
oh my God.
So that, I mean,
you're a legend.
Yeah,
you guys are going to be legends soon enough.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Let's go Rangers.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Thanks, man. I gotta order some food. What do you want? The Beekeepers Lament Detroit style would be amazing.
All right. Any more beer?
Yeah, I'll take maybe we should go. Let's go with the Royal Rug.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my God! I did, and I just saw your shirt. That's the best music venue in the world. Yeah, have you been there in New Orleans?
Really nice.
Yeah.
My favorite place to be. Professor Long there, always watching over you.
Yeah, I want to see Galactic live. I've never seen them,
really?
but I
lived there for 5 years.
Holy crap!
I always went to see Galactic.
That's all. Yeah, come back. Yeah, we're still rolling. Scott, thank you, man.
By the way, I broke into the big house and ran on the floor while.
What? Really? In Ann Arbor?
Yep.
I have not done that. Yep. So. Thank you so much. Ryan's still here. Are you hanging out or?
I was just gonna say I just need to take a second to fangirl out for a second because
Brian O'Halloran?
Of course.
Have you not met him?
No, I haven't. She's pouring me a beer live. This is amazing.
Oh yeah, I'm getting one of those too. It's a Royal Rug.
Yeah. No, you would think as much as I.
Oh yeah.
You would think as much as I see you and hang out with you in podcasts, right, and lingering around the stash, I would have at some point, but I haven't before, and it's an honor. I'm very excited.
Wow. So Brian, Matt, his real last name is Matt Magnifico. He's got a podcast called Ready Set Review.
Yes.
And you're like me. You've got multiple shows now.
I've got several podcasts. I was just gonna say the one, whatever, don't listen to me, whatever. But I was just like, we did a whole podcast on another one I have called Cannon Fodder, the 2-part episode of the View Askew-niverse,
right,
all the Kevin Smith movies on all the different connections of what's canon, what's not canon, what's real. Right. So we covered, Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, Dogma, Jay and Silent Bob, everything, and it was just like your name came up quite a bit, Brian, and it was such a fun time.
Right on, man. I'm glad we've been able to entertain you and to give you a world and universe in which to get all the lines drawn out to.
It was like what is it, the picture of Charlie from It's Always Sunny where he's like smoking the cigarette and he's got all this stuff up, like those are the parallels we were trying to draw.
Yeah, and just when you don't think it can get any cooler, like it does.
It does.
So yeah.
Sure. And we went deep. We went into all I heard you mention the alternate ending, the Clerks. We went into that. We went into the animated series. Like we went deep into everything. Like it was so much fun.
Wow, that's awesome. Do you have a favorite scene from Clerks?
Oh, a favorite scene?
A scene, yes.
It's either
a scene, a moment.
Yeah, it's either going to be.
You have to do that.
It's either got to be rooftop hockey, or the scene where the state guy comes in and gives him the ticket for selling the ticket for selling tobacco to
Tallulah's.
Cheers.
To Tallulah's, to you, to Shanti, to your beautiful children. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
To Ready Set Review, to A Shared Universe, to Mike Zapsik.
To Mike Zapsik.
who is Mike? So Mike was here if you were watching earlier.
Like ships passing in the night.
And the thing about Mike is he will hey, will you come and he will show up as he'll for as long as it's legally like legally, so he could say that he showed up and then he leaves. So
I believe the term is showing face, right? That's what
he showed face. Yes.
Well, it was funny because I saw him. You were interviewing the brewmasters and the restaurateur, and as I saw him leave and give you the wave that he was going, and you gave him the acknowledging nod. I saw that happen. I was like, okay, he's pulling the usual Mike leaving. So I texted him while the show was going on. It's like, good to see you again, even though it was virtually. Very kind.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So you haven't seen the new store yet.
No, I'm probably gonna go like tomorrow or Friday, but I can't wait.
Okay, that's pretty cool. I know, and I know Brian was trying to make it. I didn't know you made it. So it was on Monday. You made it at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I went down there. Got there about 5 o'clock, 5:30 ish. Ernie and I and Mike, we filmed something there for the fans.
Okay,
that's
good.
going to be hilarious. So the fans will enjoy that come the grand opening in March.
All right, that's awesome, man. That is not like a short drive for you by any means.
I'm about 2 hours and 20 minutes from the store.
Yeah. But, I think you're near the Poconos now, which is cool.
Yeah, I'm north of the Poconos. I'm literally like where the state of New York, the state of New Jersey, and the state of Pennsylvania meet, right off the dome.
It's like the nexus of the universe.
Yeah, it is for sure. And while this we're drinking the Royal Rug right now, which is
phenomenal.
I don't want to leave
it
this.
is. Oh, thank you. Yeah, John Ross Kokoza from Ross Brewing is here. We're literally bringing all our friends here.
Dude, this is fantastic. It's like the crew, the posse is here. We're just like all podcasting all the time.
But I think like this was always my dream, is to roll into like a place we really like and interview the people who created it, and
then have all your friends come by.
And then all your friends come by. Like this is literally like this is what we live for, man.
Yeah, this is like Cheers with the podcast. That's basically what it is.
If they had podcasting back in the 80s, this is what it would have been.
The thing about it is, it's only Wednesday.
It's only Wednesday.
Yeah,
right.
I've had a very intense few days because we were saying before, so Monday we did the podcast at Asbury Park Distillery.
We did.
And then last night I had my usual Taco Tuesday podcast.
Okay.
Which involved the distillery and more tequila.
Okay.
And now I'm here doing this, and tomorrow night I'm podcasting with Forge, the shop in Red Bank.
Yes, over at a shared universe, yes.
We'll be drinking for that. So, Friday is going to be the most boring day of my week.
That's your detox day, sir. Give your liver a break.
Exactly.
Sorry, Friday's your like day of rest.
Right, exactly.
That's what's saying. CJ Cullen, everybody.
And on the 5th day, Matt rested.
Yeah, jump in, dude. Jump in.
I just heard someone talking in my pants, and I picked up my phone thinking it was a phone call, and it was you guys.
Oh, you still had the live stream?
You had the live stream going.
Scott, sit down.
Yeah,
have a seat. Have a seat.
Why is it all of a sudden really loud?
Your data's going to be through the roof.
I was trying to catch up.
Yeah, please grab the mic. Brian O'Halloran is here. Scott, you guys know each other.
Hey, Brian.
Scott Opperman, Brian O'Halloran, you guys know each other? Yes.
Yes, I had the pleasure of escorting Brian around while we were in Biloxi while he's down there filming the Monsters Anonymous stuff.
That's right. Good to see you again, sir.
Absolutely. Good to see you, too.
What was that like, escorting Brian O'Halloran around?
Actually, Brian was actually a great person to be around and hang around. We went out to eat, and he was picking on the waitstaff and having just a great time.
He's a consummate gentleman.
Absolutely.
It's one of our favorite places down there is the Shed Barbecue.
The Shed. Oh, yeah. I've been to the Shed. I love the Shed.
You're down there in the Sandy Springs area. You want to go to the Shed. That's
Did you take him to the Shed? Was that you?
No, I think they all went. We were there as well, but I didn't physically take him. But yeah, we were all there as well.
A good friend of mine, Tom Kanan, took me there, and it's a place that I visited since we've made Monsters Anonymous, and it's good fun. I love going there. Every chance I get to go to the Shed.
Oh yeah, it's a definite.
Well, like I said, you're more than welcome to come back and visit anytime you'd like.
There is a plan. Tom keeps pestering me to come down, so there is a plan to get back down there.
Well, maybe we could help out with that. Well, I'll get in touch with you, and when things get a little more safer, maybe we can have you as a guest at the shop.
That would be awesome. I would love to come by the alarm. Free alarm, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. What is this one?
This is my pride and joy of home brewing. It is a cherry sour that took 2.5 years to make.
Wow.
It was
Sounds
a mixed
amazing.
culture. I can get you some if you want.
Yes.
And we aged it on cherries for a year and Chardonnay soaked oak chips. And then we carved it using bread. So in the keg, and it really just gave a little bit of extra nuance to it. So
We were talking about sours. They're hard to do with all the other beers, aren't they? I just heard that.
Yeah, so we have an isolated area that just it could infect the other beer. So we want to keep it isolated and
Oh my goodness!
You like it?
Oh my
Nice. I just learned that the other day because I was at another brewery
Wow.
in New York. A friend of mine, and he's like, "Oh, bring sours in."
Yeah.
And he goes, "No, I can't do sour here."
Yeah,
really
yeah.
good.
A lot of people have separate facilities. We just created a separate room, and then any barrels that can't fit in that room, we're going to bring them into the tap room.
Wow.
Yeah. It's fun though, but it could be 6 months, it could be 3
I
years.
order one of those?
Yeah, I'll get you.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, awesome.
I don't know this is an on menu item.
Brian, are you jealous that we're all having a good
I'm
time?
dying, brother. I'm dying.
We should have shipped them some beer.
Yeah, we'll have to. Maybe.
We'll
We'll get you some.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of, I don't know if you got my message or not, but tomorrow is going to be an
Oh,
interesting day.
he's getting some beer shipped tomorrow.
They arrive tomorrow.
Yeah. So Brian, Scott shipped me 50 beers from Mississippi,
And Louisiana.
Louisiana.
Wow.
They got hung up in shipping. They were supposed to be here like on Monday.
Yeah.
Apparently they're arriving tomorrow.
What beers are they?
They're from, well, I don't know. Can we do that with being here at another brewery? They are actually from
It was a
Dixie
little low.
Brewing,
They made it louder for everyone to hear.
but no, they're from a place called Dixie Brewing, Urban South Brewing.
Okay.
They're all they do are pilot beers. So after a week, they're gone, and you can never get them again.
Wow. Wait, I'm sorry. I'm Matt, by the way.
Yeah, I'm Scott.
Scott, we haven't met.
We needed a Dante beer,
You look very familiar.
right?
I don't know.
He's been in a lot of our live streams.
Okay, that's why he looks so familiar.
Yeah, he's in
Okay.
Mississippi, and me and Mike would hop on with him like maybe almost once a week.
That's
Pretty
why you
much
look
it.
so familiar.
Yeah. What were you saying?
I said we should have a Dante beer.
A Dante beer?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
Actually, I can make that happen.
Dante IPA.
They just named a sandwich down at Cercio's down there in Middletown.
Yeah, he's got a sandwich at Telurchio's.
Yeah, we were talking about that. I'm going to get that. I got to go get that.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I'll make a deal with you. When you come back, there will be a O'Halloran beer or O'Halloran beer.
There you go.
Nice. There we go. I love it. Loud and boisterous and full of flavor.
That
be
beer
it
wasn't
should be
even
O'Halloran
supposed to be on
Irish
the
Red.
menu.
O'Halloran Irish Red beer. How about that one?
That's an easy thing.
Like the sign.
With a little shot of bourbon on the
Yeah.
side.
Wait, what was the sandwich you were talking about? What sandwich in Middletown? What did I miss?
So Brian got his own sandwich at Telurchio's in Middletown. Telurchio's is, I think Telurchio's in the Union Square Plaza.
Yeah,
Is
no,
that
I
what
know,
it
I know
is?
where it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
well,
want
I know we're up for lunch tomorrow.
It's a roast beef sandwich.
Yeah.
I think we need to do like a live on sandwiching.
Unsandwiching.
Just have them wrap it up in some like deli paper. Just
You
so
know
we
what, we
can
should do that.
unwrap
I
it.
have.
Yeah.
Oh my
I have
God. Thank you so much.
I'm doing a Cullen on film tomorrow. We should order it for that.
I wasn't planning on getting drunk tonight,
Right.
but oh well.
We're doing that.
Yeah, Scott.
So what was this again? Because I didn't catch your conversation.
I mean, it's a whole thing.
It's
It's
a
a,
sour.
it's a cherry sour, but it's
2.5 years.
2.5 years in development.
Oh wow, this is really good.
All right, cheers, everybody. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bring
Cheers.
it in.
I got a
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he's not allowed to. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, okay.
t-shirt.
Cheers, Brian.
Oh my god.
Oh my God!
Yeah, it's incredible.
Holy.
Like as my kids watch. What is he doing over there?
Yeah. Well,
It's
that's
like-
really good water, Mr. Cullen. Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
And like, I don't mean this in a bad way.
Yeah.
It doesn't even taste like beer. It tastes like
candy.
yeah, like candy and like sour but sweet. Like,
Well,
oh my
what it is,
God.
it tastes like a true sour instead of a forced one.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you're saying, how they had
Like
to
cranberry.
keep it different places because they use a wild yeast for it. And if it contaminates anything else, it destroys everything else.
Holy shit.
Chris,
That's how I feel too. I just didn't
Christopher-
want to express that.
Christopher here wants an O'Halloran O'Halloran's beer.
Oh yeah, we should and have your whole thing that you have for the O'Halloran with your picture around the beer like that.
Oh, that's
that
the
should
label.
be
Yeah,
label.
for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
We should do that.
I'm telling you, I can make this happen.
There it is. That's it.
That's it.
There's
I would
the
buy
label.
that. I would buy that beer.
That's
so I'm sure a lot of
amazing.
other people would. Stevie Rogers would buy that beer.
Yes. That's awesome. Do you have a favorite scene in Clerks?
Do I have a favorite scene?
Did
in
you
Clerks?
answer that?
Oh yeah, so I'm split. I'm split between two.
Okay, you
It's
do
either
too.
the rooftop hockey scene or
Yeah.
the scene where I forget the character's name, but the guy from the state, he comes in and he busts Dante
Oh,
with
yeah,
the ticket
yeah,
for signing
yeah.
the cigarettes. I just absolutely love that scene.
Yeah, you said you were
know.
here, hence the find is yours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've seen the movie so many times, obviously, and I just love the whole movie. I could recite this. I don't need to hear it. I know the whole movie,
Yeah,
the whole
right.
script.
Yeah, you can hear every scene without even looking at it.
I think the Star Wars conversation
I
is
think-
my favorite.
When I heard that, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't remember in 94, 95, no one was talking about Star Wars.
No.
Return of the Jedi.
In a
see,
movie,
not only
though,
were
like
people-
this, like a conversation movie.
Yeah, and not only were people not talking about Star Wars really, but like for me, that conversation in Clerks,
Yes.
that is like the beginning of like fandom in a sense because nobody really had conversations like that about anything. Forget
Right.
Star Wars, just in
Right,
general.
just in names.
Yeah.
Like, what if?
You know,
like,
talk
Nobody
about
had
it.
those kind of conversations.
Is that what they're talking
I-
about?
Yeah, that's what they're talking
right now,
about right now. I don't even have to hear it, and I know.
Like you can trace a line from this scene to like 10,000 different podcasts and shows and like people like me that talk about this shit nonstop.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah, for sure.
Well, Brian, it was good seeing you again. I'm going to get back in here with my friends and get you some meat. But I will shoot you a text later on, and we'll talk about the beer and everything else.
I love it. Let's make it stop.
All right, buddy.
Scott Hoverman, 3 Alarm
Good to
Comics.
see you, Scott.
It's good to be podcasting with you.
Nice
Yeah.
to meet you, man.
So yeah, when I heard that, I was like, "Holy crap!" Is this, me and my friends would talk about stupid,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
stupid scenarios like that. But
And now it's cool to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think a lot of people don't remember like before 80, Return of the Jedi came in '83. George Lucas was like, "All right, that's it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What? Wait, no more toys? Like no more Star Wars?"
Yeah.
They came out like Ewoks and droids, and they weren't that great.
Yeah.
But we would watch Star Wars, whatever media format was out, VHS.
Yep.
And, I bought the laser discs. I bought
right.
the DVDs.
Yeah.
But then in '99 it went the other way,
The other way.
with the re-release, and
Yeah.
you're getting. I will never forget going into toy stores as a kid because I was collecting every action figure
course.
known to man, and I would see these Star Wars toys, and like I would look at a Star Wars toy, and I had to like think like, where have I seen this character before?
Right.
And it's like, oh yeah, no, it's the guy behind like Ponda Baba in this one
course.
scene.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just like what? George
They remember
Lucas
the characters' names too, like Hammerhead
Yep.
and
Exactly, and he named them. They didn't have names in the script.
right.
He named them, and George Lucas just sitting here printing money with
Yeah.
all these action figures, and we're all just eating it up. Like, that one guy that was in that one scene, not the theatrical release, the special edition, and you're just like,
all the characters from the bar. Got them all. Had them all.
By the way, just to bring it back to you, this is what the sandwich will look like when you order it.
Oh,
dude.
Look at that.
All right,
There's the broccoli Rob and the
There you go.
pickle.
we're getting it this week.
The top layer is imported provolone. That next layer is actually broccoli Rob, which I'm not a big fan of, but they made it such a great way. Roast beef, incredible roast beef, and then it's got banana peppers, and then they make their own cucumber wasabi spread. It is
Good Lord.
crazy.
It looks amazing.
We're gonna document eating the sandwich for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta get that.
And it's called the Brian O'Halloran.
No, it's called Dante's Inferno.
Dante's Inferno.
Dante's Inferno. It's great.
There you go.
Great.
That's beautiful.
Definitely gonna get that. That's definitely on the list.
Do you think I get a Ming Chen sandwich with like General Tso's chicken and like wasabi?
Hey man, you said it, not me.
Right.
Do it. Do it.
Is the one to get the in on that one.
Yeah.
That's
great.
incredible.
It'll like be finished with like cream of some young guy.
Dude, I actually have a.
Here, I'll just move over
I actually
here.
have a bong that I named Dante's Inferno because it's a multi-layer bubbler, which it's legal now, so I can talk about it.
Yeah.
It's a multi-layer bubbler. It's like this big, and I named it Dante's Inferno because like every level of it is a little bit different in terms of the level of water.
Yeah.
So I think it's like the 7 layers of getting high. Like
Right.
so, I named my bong Dante's Inferno.
That yes, Christopher Hewitt says it's a monster sandwich. That's a lot of meat.
There's a lot of meat on that sandwich.
Brian, is this the first sandwich named after you?
Good question.
It is. It actually is the first sandwich that decided to name it.
The first of many.
Yeah.
I had a Ming Chen sandwich for a week at my friend had a sandwich place in Culver City, California.
Wow.
And she let me design it. So it was
What'd you put in it?
I think it was like a chicken cutlet with balsamic vinegar and fresh mozzarella.
sandwich.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good one.
and tomato. Very simple, little olive oil.
Yeah, all right.
That was the Ming Chen.
I got a question for Brian. What is your favorite part of Clerks?
Oh,
That's a good question. One of my favorite segments, not only filming it, but emotionally, I felt really great with was the scene with Caitlin when she comes back and Dante drags her into the video store to confront her about this engagement. So the late great Lisa Spoonhour and I, it's 7 minutes, completely uncut. It was the second thing that we shot in the entire movie. The first thing was when Veronica speaks to Randall about, how Randall spills the beans that he's not into you. And
that's it. He doesn't love you.
Yeah.
Great.
As an actor, I really enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong. I loved being on the roof and playing hockey with everybody, and enjoyed, the fight scene with Randall, hitting him in the head or being hit in the head. With
Now you went back on that roof again, right? For the music video, right?
We have a 9x9
way to go.
Detroit style pepperoni pie here for
Holy
everybody.
cow.
Is that the one with the burrata on it?
I mean, yeah.
This is our beekeeper pizza.
Oh, the beekeeper.
Yeah, so normally
Beekeepers Lament.
you would do the sauce on the top,
Right.
like the choice, and we do that with our classic one, and some of them, but this one has sauce on the bottom, and then it's a little different than at Tallulah's. We added some ricotta on here too, but other than that, it's pretty much the same thing. There's some brick cheese, there's aged mozzarella, Calabrian chili oil, like a slow cooked tomato sauce, sopressata, honey.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Yeah, hold on. I must get a photo of this before we devour
I was
it.
gonna say, do it for the gram before we destroy all of it. That's
The pizza here, Brian, is amazing.
Yeah, don't. He wants to.
I know we've already screwed
I
with him
know.
because he doesn't have
But
the
you
beer.
probably at
Sorry about it. I'm
Tallulah.
interested
You
in
probably went
hearing.
to Tallulah's in Asbury Park before, no?
I have. Yes, I have.
Yeah. No, it's the same.
How often do you get back down to this area?
I get back down there at least once every 2 weeks. I'll go visit my mom, of course. And if I have anything that needs to be done at the stash or whatever, I'll meet up with those guys. But for the most part, at least once every 2 weeks, I'll do the 2 hours down, 2 hours back.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Did I hear you say the other day, so Kevin's trying to do Clerks 3 in Jersey?
I hope so.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay.
I'd hope so. That'd be great to have it back here again. I remember being on for Clerks 2. I was there with you, Brian, at Clerks 2 when you did the quick stop.
Why were you on set?
It was just hanging.
Oh, okay.
Hanging, lurking, same thing.
Yeah, I was there all day, and I was actually an extra in it as well.
Where?
I'm in the when Brian is looking in the window at Kevin's daughter, I'm behind the daughter.
Wait, you were at the Marina Diner?
Yes, I was there.
You were in the diner?
I was in there.
I was there that night too.
Yeah, I was sitting right there.
I didn't know who you were, but
yeah, right then.
we were outside freezing our asses off.
Yeah, we were outside, and then we went inside, and they threw us in there. But you don't see us in the film, obviously, but we were right there.
Listen, if the movie happens in Jersey, I'll just throw this out there. I'll give all 4 of my body parts to be an extra in this freaking movie.
You can aim higher, my friend. But,
I always wanted to walk in. I always wanted to walk in the store and just be like pack cigarettes.
Yeah, no, I mean, you know me, Ming. I'm such a nerd, a mark for Kevin Smith and everything that he's done with all those movies. Because for me, as just like doing podcasts, like my fanfic writing, like whatever I do, like
do you write fanfic?
Not like fanfic. I write my own stuff. Like some of it's fanfic, but like
So yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whatever.
So yes.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, you don't have to be ashamed of it.
No, totally. But it's just like he's one of those people that is like truly an inspiration. And like when I got a chance to meet him for the first time, no, I know. I'm just saying it's like when I got a chance to meet him for the first time, like I've met celebrities before, and like 50-50, they suck or they're great, right? I sat in line at the Stash. My buddy Anthony and I got the last tickets for Kevin Smith signing at the Stash a couple of years ago.
We're so happy right now.
Yeah. But yeah, you always have great experiences with Kevin.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so we were the last tickets in line, right?
Yeah.
He was there for it must have been 12 hours. We were literally the last people to meet him. It was 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. We had been there since about 6 in the morning. He got there around like 10 o'clock in the morning, and he had spent so much time with all the people that were meeting him. And the point of my story is that he was late for another engagement. He said that he was late for another engagement, and he still sat there and spent like 20 minutes like talking with me and my idiot friends as we just like marked out over the fact that we were meeting Kevin Smith. He took pictures with us. He plugged our podcast. I was like, people just like aren't like, nobody is that nice. Like nobody is that genuine. Like it was such a life-changing moment for me because I was like, everything is complete now. I feel good. Like this guy is an inspiration to me.
I know it's easy to make him cry, but I made him cry because a while back when I was talking to Kevin, I told him like, now I'm a high school teacher. I teach film at Middletown North, and I said it's all because of you. Because that day I walked into your office and you gave me that internship for Vulgar back in the day, and I said that did it. That was it. And he starts crying.
It's amazing.
So that was awesome.
Well, that's the thing.
How many times we didn't know him?
Huh? We don't know. I met you because you were in the scene, and I was standing right there in Vulgar with you and Brian and with Ian McGregor, and I was right there.
I had no idea though. We didn't know.
Yeah.
You want to?
Yo, this is.
Sure. I think I got some food, but maybe I'll grab.
We'll get more.
Yeah, we'll get more. This is.
I gotta. Wow, it's sticking.
Yeah, there's honey on there, so
the honey is so subtle but so incredible.
And it's infused with Calabrian chilies, so it's spicy.
I think I got food and drinks over there too.
I know, I know you both did, right? You bought the pack.
I bought the
so
package.
they sell the whole movie package where you get popcorn.
So I actually didn't buy the movie package. I'm mooching right now. I made a reservation. I didn't see an option to buy a movie package.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you're good then.
Yeah. So I'm just
then mooch away.
Exactly right. I'm just eating a little bit because I'm half drunk, so I got to get something in my stomach.
Well, hey guys, you guys are making me crazy hungry, and I haven't had my dinner yet either. So
thank you so much. No, seriously,
thank you.
That was good to see you and talk to you.
Always good to see you as well. Good to meet you as well.
You too, sir.
Enjoy the rest of the movie.
Thank you for jumping in. I really appreciate it.
There you go.
And there he is.
And if you need extras, I'm available.
Talk to Kevin.
Let me call up Kevin.
Great.
Thank you, man. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, dude.
Love you. Brian O'Halloran, everybody. Brian Christopher O'Halloran, the man. Brian C. O'Halloran.
That was great.
Check out the O'Halloran podcast for sure.
When's his next show?
I think he streams every, I want to say Friday, but I will verify that.
Well, he just had one recently.
He did. Yeah, it was really good.
What are you streaming on right now, by the way?
We are streaming on Facebook and YouTube. And yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So, oh boy, this is great. You guys got to.
This beat's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. I don't know if you've had the wings here. They're amazing.
Oh, the wings are phenomenal.
Wings are phenomenal.
I actually had the it's like I think it's Sation fried chicken sandwich.
Fried chicken.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely phenomenal. We actually, so did you, and I know you were busy talking to a few people here, but Mike and I were talking with Alexis, the next Jack Acid flashback we're going to do here.
Yeah.
This is going to be great. I can't wait. Such a genius idea.
So tomorrow night, Calling on Film, 7 p.m. We got Mark Clawberg and his whole cast and crew for his new short coming out.
Who you got?
Filmmaker guy. Mark Clawberg. He does a lot of short
streaming
films and
live
stuff.
tomorrow.
Nice.
We're at quite a bit. It's going to be in the studio. So he was going to pitch it on the Indiegogo, but he decided not to. Got investors, so we're just gonna
Okay.
go
Oh, really?
all out. Yeah,
You got funding?
a little bit. No, they didn't need much. but-
Enough.
yeah,
That's awesome.
So it's a crazy film. We're going to have some of the cast and crew on and stuff like that. I'm one of the
That's great
producers
for him,
and stuff.
man.
Yeah,
That's
right.
very cool.
Yeah. So he doesn't like to, you don't like to do that Indiegogo thing. It's like kind of,
Why not?
you're asking for money. It's kind of hard. It's hard. I did that a long time ago, and I got some money, and then it's like I can't do it again now that I can get bigger, better people, and better films, and now I can't do that because you can't keep asking the same thing.
Have you been working on anything lately?
I gotta write. Schools is killing me this year. I gotta write, but I want to do some SAG shorts this summer, so I'm ready to. I'm writing.
Yeah.
I want to write some shorts.
Yeah.
That I'm doing SAG where I can get
All right, we'll be on the lookout
Hey,
then.
Brian, you're gonna be in my movie.
Yeah, right.
We'll get him in there.
Do you have any ideas you can share? Is it all?
There was one I came up with that I might write, and it was basically kind of based on a joke. And there's a guy that goes, and it's kind of based on like I go to Buffalo Wild Wings all the time.
You do, yeah.
And I know my bartender girls, like the friends.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
bartender girl. I thought it'd be funny though. Like there was one time where there was this guy that was hitting on her, and he was kind of a jerk. So she came to me and said, "Oh, he's my stepdad." So he's like, "Oh," and the guy's trying to mooch me
Right,
over.
right,
And
right.
we're just messing around the whole time.
Yeah.
And I said, "That'd be a funny movie if there's just two people, and it's during like COVID just ends." And the guy comes to the bar. He hasn't been there a while. Bartender girl, and they're good friends, but she's like 22 and he's 40. And then just good friends, but nothing. She's got nothing going on. He's got nothing going on. So next thing you know, they're talking about it, and they go out in the back, and they're about to hook up. And her mother shows up, and she starts freaking out. And she knows the guy, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And because he talks about. Girl, she reminded him so much of a girl he dated in high school, but then she disappeared. Right after high school, she disappeared out of nowhere because she got pregnant with her. So they're about to make out, and that's his daughter.
Wow.
And that's how it ends. It just cuts off.
That would be awesome. That's very cool. I like that.
It just cuts off when he finds out because he looks at the camera and goes, "What the fuck?" And then it's over.
There you go. Rooftop hockey, my friend.
Rooftop hockey.
Rooftop hockey.
I was going to ask him. I forgot to when we were talking. He did it again for the music video for Soul Asylum. So they played on the roof again.
Did you really?
Yeah.
They did it again.
We
So.
did.
Dude, that was a treat for me. I was trying not to like fangirl out too hard, but I was like this is a guy who I've watched on film in countless times in various different movies, pretty much all related to the Kevin Smith Viewers universe. But it was just like bam, like there he was, like talking to me. It was so cool.
Technology, man.
Right? Like it was so fucking cool.
So when I was in college, when I was in high school, friends came up to me and go, "Oh, dude, I'm in this movie. It's called Clerks. We're doing it at the Quick Stop." I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." So I go to college. I go in the dorm. And we're in the dorms, and they're watching this black and white movie. I go, "What's that?" And they go, "Clerks, new movie." And they called me Jersey out there. It was in Ohio.
Yeah.
I'm watching it. And I go, "That's the Quick Stop." I'm like, I go there, and they're like, "Bullshit." I'm like, "No, that's that guy. He used to work there. I swear to God, it won't come from him. Like that's the guy." And they're like, "You're full. That's Silent Bob. That's I know him." They're like, "You're full of shit."
I can't even tell you how many times in college and stuff. So I went to college in Pennsylvania, and I was like very, very, very Jersey in Pennsylvania because everything about Philadelphia irritated me. So when I would talk about like movies and stuff, I'd always mention things like Clerks and whatever, and I had to convince so many people that were from Philly that I was like, no, like Clerks was filmed at the Quick Stop is a real place. Like, that wasn't a set. It wasn't
People
like a
don't
Hollywood.
believe it.
Yeah,
They don't believe
They don't believe it. I'm like, that's a real place.
It's a real
It's
place.
in Leonardo, New Jersey. I was like, I didn't live really close to Leonardo, so I didn't really grow up going there. But I've been there just because of what it is. Like,
Middle school is
it's a real
across the
place.
street.
Exactly. I mean, it's a real place. And nobody believed me. They're like, no, it's a set. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you're wrong. You're just wrong.
Yeah,
But,
you're
you know.
wrong. It's there. You drive by it and you'll see it. It's
Yeah,
there.
man.
My whole life, it was there.
Yeah.
So it's pretty funny how that happened.
Yeah.
But and then when Mallrats was already out, so then I saw Mallrats.
Right.
And years later, I'm like, I need an internship. I was in radio. I was a radio guy, and I'm like, but I love film. I love movies. I worked at a video store. I'm like, this is my life. I love Kevin Smith movies. So I also loved Ed Burns movies. And Ed Burns was from Long Island. I'm originally from Long Island, same town.
Okay.
So email was just kind of out. So I emailed both of them going, I need an internship. Can someone give me an internship? And Kevin answered on AOL. He answered. He's like,
it's amazing.
Sure, come on. And so I go in there and I walk into the office and they're like, yeah, we're doing this vulgar. Do you want an intern? I'm like, yeah.
That's so cool.
That was it. That's how it was done back in the 90s.
Dude, that's so cool. Because
Not
nowadays,
anymore, right? Not
Nowadays
anymore.
you can't do stuff like
Scott
that.
Huberman's back.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Do we have food out there or anything or no? Not yet. I think my beer's there though. No beer.
What happened to John? Where's John Ross? Did he get lost?
Yeah, where'd he go?
Oh, he probably got a tour of the brewery. You know,
He's probably touring the brewery. Yeah.
Everybody saying hello.
He's walking around shaking hands, glad-handed people.
Good. Because this is what we do here.
Sweet tea wasn't over there.
Okay. That's what we do here.
So nothing came out yet?
Not yet.
This is what we do here at Shared Universe. We bring people together.
Yes, that's what the point is.
A literal shared universe.
So Scott is here from Biloxi, Mississippi. Owns 3 Alarm Comics.
I can't wait to go to Mississippi now.
Now you want to go to Mississippi and
Yes.
hang out
Brother,
with Scott?
we're like the land of. Well, I live on the Gulf Coast area, and we are the land of casinos and breweries right now.
Dude,
And comic shops. I want to go to the comic shop.
What is the con that's out there? What is the con that's going?
Actually, the closest one, the one we do, is in Pensacola, which is about an hour and a half away from us.
Amazing. I love it.
It's called Pensacon. The guy who runs it is a good friend of mine, an amazing man.
Shout out to Mike Ensley. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where when you show up, you feel like you're at home. Like you are not treated like you are a fan when you go in. You are treated like a fellow nerd.
Is Pensacola, Florida?
Yeah.
It's an hour and a half away from
where I am. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. But I'm also an
I gotta
hour.
look at my map now.
Oh, there's like the Panhandle.
Oh,
and
the
then it's that
Panhandle.
little, yeah.
Never been there. I gotta see. I want to travel. I want to do this stuff.
But see, I'm also an hour from New Orleans.
Right, yeah. That's
So
amazing.
yeah, I mean that's where a lot of the
So imagine
sweet
this.
teas I sent over came
So
from.
the moment me and Mike landed at the Pensacola airport, it wasn't the airport anymore. They had changed it to the starport. And they had like the Enterprise. Like,
Wow.
So it wasn't like
It was the
37,
Pensacola
it was like Stargate,
International Airport.
or the Galactic Airport.
Intergalactic, that was it. Yeah.
Intergalactic yeah, like whatever. So the
So
moment we
they have
took off
goals
the airplane, we
there,
were
too?
like, holy shit,
What's
this
that?
is all nerd shit.
Some cons have film festivals. Does it have a film festival?
They do, because actually one of the guys who helps run it is a guy named Steve Wise. Shout out to Steve. Actually has his own. He has his own film production studio, and he's in charge of a lot of their film festival stuff.
Wow!
And he does he actually helped out like right this weekend while we were up here.
Yeah.
One of the VOSQ members, Jeremy London, his brother Jason London, and Cora Dimmick were filming this past
They were
weekend.
filming. You were saying that.
And Steve was the director of it.
Wow! I didn't,
And
wow.
so yeah, they'll be there. They should be finishing up with that pretty soon. A little pilot project called Blackwater Blues. Shout out to you two guys.
Yes.
But they filmed part of it in the comic shop. It was kind of odd because it's like a little murder mystery type thing. And after conversations with them, they kind of figured out. I was like, it'd be really easy to launder money through a comic shop. So that's actually one of the plot points in the thing. So
when Ozark ends, the comic book shop
Yes.
show is going to start. Right?
I think this is one of my favorite
That's
scenes.
where
The post in the funeral parlor.
Oh, I know, right?
man.
And you know what? It cuts off, but in the comic book, they actually have it.
Yeah, the lost scene
The lost
or whatever.
scene.
Yeah. And this scene, they didn't have permission to shoot here,
Yeah,
which is why
yeah.
they're just running
Just
out
do
of
it, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Called guerrilla filmmaking.
Real filming, absolutely.
So, Matt, it doesn't stop at the airport. Like every restaurant and bar, they all get together. They pick out a theme. It's like,
Those are my
I'm
buddies
picking
right there
Harry
from high
Potter.
school
I'm
that just-
picking Star Wars.
That's so awesome.
And they change it into like a Harry Potter themed bar. But it's not like, they throw, a couple like golden snitches in there. They deck it out as if like it's. I don't know. Is there a contest? I don't know. It maybe yeah. They go all out though.
That's how
So I just have to say, I know like everybody's. We're probably all tired of talking about like, oh, I can't wait to do this when COVID. Blah
No,
blah blah.
I know, right?
You know, like so.
No, I can't
So
wait
for
to
me,
do
it's
anything.
like concerts are number one, but like
Yeah.
cons, this kind of stuff that you're talking about is like I miss this stuff so much.
Yeah.
Like I cannot wait to go back to a con. I can't wait to just go back and talk to strangers about comic books and movies. Like, oh my god!
It's interesting you bring up concerts and stuff because while I was sitting over there, a mutual friend of mine and me started messaging me wanting to know how things were going up here. A guy named Rob Juarez, he's the drummer for
When in Rome.
When in Rome, and the owner of the Lost 80s Live Tour. The guy's really, really, really super nice guy.
Yeah. Oh, I got an email from See Here Now in Asbury Park about the lineup for September, and I'm just
man.
let's go.
What are we looking at here?
Let's go. It's the same lineup as last year.
So like Foo Fighters.
Yeah, Foo Fighters. I think Patti Smith group is going to be there. Yeah.
Oh wow!
So,
When is this? September?
Either last or second to last weekend in September. I've gone every year.
On the beach?
Yeah, it's only the third year they've done it. So it's a music.
I'm
and like
away
surfing
every time they did it, but I won't be away.
I
saw Foo Fighters, but not in this one. It was on the beach. It was the one before. It was the old. What was it called?
I don't know.
It was years ago.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
And they
one.
headlined.
Okay, that's awesome.
And I sat at the beach all day right there, so I got front row. And he jumps off the stage. I was standing next to him,
Dude, that's
and I
amazing.
almost fainted. I was like, "Damn, girl!"
So 2 years ago at the
Yes.
second See Here Now festival, we're watching Social Distortion
Right.
play
Oh man.
Sunday night, I think, or Saturday night. I think it was Saturday night. And just towards the end of their set, just Bruce Springsteen just walks out, starts playing with Social Distortion. I'm just like losing my mind. I've been there for
Yes.
2
The
days.
best part
already.
of Jersey people
Like,
is there's things happen in Jersey. And
So for me, I'm like, I don't care if music festivals, if
Right.
music is happening,
Yep.
I will be there.
Absolutely.
I don't care. Who
Dave
says
Matthews
they're-
was there too, right?
First year, Dave Matthews headlined.
Yeah, so it
Or
was
that
the
was my
first-
second.
second year. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't particularly like Dave Matthews, but I hung around for a few songs. It was cool.
though,
Yeah, whatever. Right? I've been like drinking for like 3 days, so it was fine.
It was so funny because when I was in college, Dave Matthews was the big college band.
Sure.
Hitting that.
He was a big college. When I was in college, he was still a
Well,
big
I mean,
college.
then they blew up. This was right when they were starting to blow up.
Yeah, like 93, 94.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show my age a little bit. I still remember one of my favorite concerts I ever went to was we went to go see the B-52s, but the band that opened for them
They played at
were
Senior Now too.
incredible. The band that opened for them was U2.
You two opened for
For
B-52s?
B-52s.
Oh,
Wow.
So two airplane bands,
Right?
like open, like were on the same bill.
The
Okay.
B-52s played at See Here Now or 2019.
Yeah,
And they're
I remember.
freaking awesome,
Yep.
dude.
And Blondie.
Yeah.
Oh, Blondie. Oh my God.
I'll never forget
Seeing Blondie live was just.
Yeah.
She still got it. Still
God.
got it.
I'll never forget seeing the Foo Fighters. They did SNL that night, so the helicopter came down, and as they finished, they jumped in the helicopter and flew to SNL.
That's so dope.
That's crazy. Never forget
That's
that.
amazing.
Rockstar treatment, man.
I know,
Rockstar.
right?
That's what we all like fight for, man.
And what's really funny is when I was a freshman at University of Dayton, Dave Grohl married the guy that lived next door to me in the dorm, his sister. She was a fan, and they got married. He was his first wife.
Right. Okay.
So I remember that. He was like, oh, the guy from Nirvana. We're like, cool. And they're like, Nirvana, he was gone. Nirvana was gone.
Yeah.
So he didn't know, David Grohl didn't know what he was going to do.
Right.
So Tom Petty asked him to be the new drummer. And he was
Hey.
debating it, and he did SNL. And he just told the story. I just heard him telling the story about that.
That's awesome.
He's like, I was going to be Tom Petty's band or do Foo Fighters. I wasn't sure.
That's awesome.
And he did the 2 songs on SNL and then said, no, I'm going to start Foo Fighters.
Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Shout out to Mike Ensley who's watching right
my buddy
now.
Mike Ensley, who
Mike
owns the
Ensley's
Pentagon
he's
show.
the owner of Pentagon.
So actually, Tell you what, if you're off in May, Ming's coming down. I'll be
May?
there.
Yeah,
We'll if you want to come on down, I can promise you a great time.
Is it the same weekend as Houston?
We'll figure it out.
We usually go down to Houston in May, but we don't know because it's May.
Well, yeah. But now you got a chance to go to Pensacola.
Well, I'm gonna definitely go somewhere new. Yeah.
Get to enjoy this convention.
You can have fun in May. Is the point here?
They have an area down there called Palapock Street. It's like a cleaner version of Bourbon Street. It basically like Bourbon Street without all the urine and vomit.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I definitely want to go though.
Yeah.
That's really sounds great.
All right, I think I'm going to cut this. We're at 2 hours.
Yeah,
We
that's
can eat,
a long
drink,
time.
and have fun.
Sounds good, man.
Thank you for everybody who's watching with us. And wow, that went quick too.
Right, another quick 2 hours. Yeah.
Stay tuned tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Yeah, call on the phone. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
And more importantly, thank you to Alternate Ending Beer Company for being amazing. For
And having
hosting
great
us,
beer.
For having great beer. For just, bringing us together. Come here and get some beer, get some food, watch some movies, and leave with cans. And thank you. Thank you, Alternate Ending. Let's throw up their website real quick, right? Which is right
The website, all right?
here.
Plug the website, plug the Instagram, just do it all.
Do your research right here. There's Alternate Ending Beer Company. That's what it looks like. It is at alternateendingbeerco.com. Definitely check them out. Thank you. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, Steve from Tallulah's. Thank you, Alexis. Thank you guys so much. We love you. Have a great night, everybody.